Welcome everybody to the Take the Crown group stage. I am Zanera and I'm going to be bringing you some interesting free-for-all matchups today. Now, how Take the Crown is structured is there will be 76 players grouped across 3 servers. They will be in groups of 8 and they will be playing on the following maps. 32 and 24 15 map 04, Crew Dream map 11, Dwango 5 map 12, Green War 2 map 15, Green War 2 map 28, Lazarus map 8, UDM 3 map 10, and UDMX map 20. It's a lot of maps, but they'll be separated into groups of 2, and the players will cycle through them twice, which means in each group stage we will be playing 4 maps. In the first group stage, we'll be playing the first 2 maps. We'll be playing 32 and 24 map 04 and Crew Dreams map 11, and we'll be playing those twice. Now, how do players walk away from this? Well, they'll get points. 9 points for first, 7 for second, 5 for third, 4 for fourth, 3 for fifth, 2 for sixth, 1 for seventh and eighth. Now, points are awarded per map, which means players can walk away from this with up to 36 points if they play their cards right. As they finish in placements, they will proceed to the top 20 stage. The top 4 of the 20 will automatically seed in the finals that will be broadcast on Bethesda's Twitch on Sunday. And the remaining 16 will fight for the last 4 spots. A full rotation of maps from the group stage, meaning that they will play all 8 maps in rotation to fight for those last 4 spots. And there's money on the line, $750. So you're playing not to just be broadcasted, not just for clout, but you're playing for good old dollars. There is a 5-minute time limit on each map, or 30 frags, whichever happens first. We'll be watching one of 3 different servers. And it is hosted by KingDime. He will be watching server A. InTheKeep will be watching server B. And we'll be watching server C. Now, that's about it for the introduction. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. And we'll hop in a server and get a look at what's actually going down. Now, as you can see, we're not playing maps 1 and 2 just yet, but players are warming up. We're waiting for the players to file in, and we'll probably be going about 10 minutes after. We'll probably want to see their weapons. So we'll get that situated. Again, with each map there will be 5 minutes or 30 frags, whichever happens first. And across 8 players, those maps can go pretty quick. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, so Dime is the official runner of the program. Me and InTheKeep, we're just covering the other 2 servers. And it should be pretty interesting. I mean, we got a lot of big names from the Doom community that we'll be seeing as we go forward. Hugo is a known player, so keep your eyes on him. He's known to be the best. There's a great deal of newcomers, too, that are going to be playing in the QuakeCon at Home tournament. And we're looking forward to seeing how things are going to shape up. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for newer players to come in and make their name known, take a spot in the finals. But before that, there'll be a lot of playing, a lot of practicing. And players are starting to file into the server. And we'll be underway in no time. And in case we missed it, I'm going to start putting in some information in the chat. and that is per map. There's a list of maps. And that is a description of how the stages are laid out. We're currently in the group stage, so we'll be watching various groups of players play rotations on these maps. And they'll be taking it 2 maps at a time, and they'll play each map twice. We're just cycling between players right now. We're just missing one person. And we'll be underway shortly. There is a small delay. We don't have all 8 players in our current group. What that means is we'll either try to get a hold of them, or unfortunately we will have to move on without them and proceed with 7 players. We have about 4 minutes left until we get underway regardless. Players just warming up for the moment. Overview of names will be shown on the stream. Well, the names are all going to be in that Google Docs spreadsheet, and we'll be covering in it on the bottom of that spreadsheet. There will be a tab that will say Server C, and that is what we're watching. So you can look at the upcoming names, the upcoming players, and those stacks will be propagated into the spreadsheet as matches complete. And we'll have a better picture of the final 20 that we'll be looking at later on. We have 7 out of 8 players. It's pretty good. We want to get 8, but and this is also another map. I think we'll be seeing this in the second set of maps. It's a Dwango 5 map. Players just warming up for right now. For anyone who's just tuning in, we're about to get underway with round 1 of the Take the Crown free-for-all Deathmatch tournament, and the finals will be hosted on Bethesda's Twitch. KingDime, the author of the event, will be streaming that with Bethesda's permission on Sunday. Players today are fighting for the chance to be in those finals and compete for a $750 prize pool. And according to one of the admins, looks like we'll be underway shortly. Might take a minute or two. But yeah, we're bringing you some classic Doom 2 Deathmatch this Saturday. A lot of new faces, a lot of, we're going to see a lot of names that a lot of players don't recognize. This tournament has sparked a lot of interest in classic Doom. And free-for-all is just fun, you know? 8 players, all in one map, going for everything. Thought you saw Doom Kid and his spectators. No. I believe it is a little late in the day for Doom Kid to be around. Now we got Necro Kid, who I believe is also a competitor. I'm gonna tab out super fast to try to bring up the graph for the Take the Crown groupings. And server seek. Okay. It's not good looking for him if he's already a corpse. That's correct. Hey, Bridgeburner. Welcome everybody to what will be, you could consider it the preliminary phase of Take the Crown. Map list is in the right order. So what we'll be seeing here in a moment is we'll be seeing maps 1 and 2 played twice. And points will be awarded per map accordingly. We're about to get underway. And we're starting off watching Desico first off. Getting a quick shot off in round 1 of this 4-round series where players are competing to enter the finals. Competing for a $750 prize pool. Toby, looking to assert dominance in the middle area. Using that super shotgun to chase down as many foes as he can. Gets a quick couple kills. Currently he's 5th in the standings. Or now he is tied for 3rd. And there is a 30-minute time limit. Here's a little picture of the scoreboard. Or not 30-minute time limit. 30 frag limit. 5-minute time limit per map. And that will decide the first of 4 maps that we'll be playing. We play 2 sets of 2 maps. No breaks. And the spread on the top 3 players is only 2. Switching over to Baz19. Bax? Maybe? A lot of chain gun action happening in the middle of the map. Players opting to use the chain gun and shotgun more than anything else at the moment. Not playing super hard to defend the super shotgun, which gives you quite the advantage in a one-shot duel, considering it is the only weapon that will kill in the one-shot, apart from the BFG, which also is on this map. Watching Disco Ryan for the moment, a known Quake player, and one could say a hot contender for a top spot. Now we're only 9 frags away from the end of this first map, showing how quick this tournament can go. Or at least each map. Disco Ryan, 25 frags. All eyes are on him to close out round 1. And 2 frags left. Well, we didn't even hit the half... Doesn't even look like we'll hit the halfway mark on the time limit. And that's it for the first map. Disco Ryan taking it and getting those 9 points for the first map. Normally we have 8 players, but right now we only got 6. And that can happen. You know, out of over 70 players, you're going to have a couple people who drop off the map. Now going into map 2. This is the first time we'll play this map. First of 2 times we'll play this map for this round. This group stage. Starting off on Desico. And there's a lot of rocket action happening on the map. And super shotgun domination of the spawns is the key to rack up quick couple frags. Bandito. Looking to control that middle super shotgun area that a lot of spawns tend to funnel towards. And has to fight on multiple height levels. But isn't successful in holding down against so many different boomsticks coming at him from so many different angles. Toby. Using a little bit of those rockets to cover those angles. Doesn't get a whole lot of frags out of it though. Has to reset, gets a quick super shotgun frag. And is currently dominating the server. He's in first place. Only by 1 frag though. We're at 10 out of 30 on this frag limit. This map will absolutely go blistering fast. And we're going to watch XGL 1232 as he takes a rocket to the dome. And respawns. Isn't aware there's a player behind him. Might be one of our new players. New to Doom. A lot of names that a lot of veteran players don't recognize off the top of their head. But hey, welcome to Classic Doom Free-For-All. Alright, switch over to, who haven't we watched yet? Disco Ryan. Let's watch Disco Ryan, winner of the first map. He's already got 9 points to the name. And, he's behind by 4. That rocket suicide absolutely didn't help him very much. But taking a look at the scoreboard, Disco is at 4th place right now, tied for 3rd. Toby is at the top with 19 frags. He only needs 11 more to get that sweet 9 points to help him secure a better chance to get to the final 20. Moving over to XGL. Little hesitant on taking those steps. You gotta be quick, you gotta be fast, and you gotta be accurate. Moving over to our current leader, Toby, 6 frags ahead of the 2nd place contender. Only 4 frags left to go in the first playthrough of map 2. And after this, we will be going back to the map we just watched, because each group stage is played through. First 2 maps are played twice, so a 4-map run total, and Toby secures the 2nd map, earning those 9 points. And we will be going back to the first map. We'll watch our current champion, Toby, looking to take a win on this map as well. Disco Ryan had won the first map. I guess technically you could call this map 3 of 4. But we did see this map get played through once already. We're halfway through our first group battle. And eyes are currently on Bax 19. Looking to get a few more frags here. He's down by 6. He only has 2 to his name. And for a lot of players, it might be their first time playing Classic Doom. You know, not too familiar with hunting down that particular Super Shotgun sprite. Maybe not as fine-tuned as many veteran players, but they got heart. And they're willing to play for fun and for cash. $750 prize pool on the line for Sunday's stream that you'll be able to find on the official QuakeCon Bethesda stream. And it is hosted by KingDime, who's watching server A at the moment. Eyes are on Disco Ryan, ahead by 5 frags, showing that, you know, he's pretty good on this map. He took the first map, and now that we're replaying it, it's definitely showing that he can control this center area where there is one of the super shotguns, and not a whole lot of hard cover for players to approach him from. Only 6 frags left to go. He's up by 6, giving him a pretty comfortable lead in the 30 frag limit criteria. We have not had a map expire to the time limit as of yet. These players are not afraid of going toe-to-toe. And a lot of plasma work from Disco out there in the middle. He only needs 2 more kills, 1 more kill. Showing that that prowess, just getting out there and dominating that middle area, is the key, with Disco Ryan taking first place, Bandito second, Toby third, Desico fourth, Bax fifth, and XGL 6th place. And now we're on the final map of this particular group. There are multiple groups, and you can look at them at that spreadsheet link. You'll have to tab over to server group C, but we will be watching several different groups of players throughout the day. But for this group, for the first group that we're watching today, this is the final map. The second time that we're playing through this map, the first time we went through here, Toby came away the victor. Watching Desico try to control that top super shotgun area. And we're going to switch over to Toby, who is up by 2 currently. 3. And he's almost at 10 frags as it is. We're almost a third of the way through this map. Very close quarters style arena. And eats a rocket for his troubles. Switching over to Bax, who is brought up the rear in a couple of the matches. He's getting a few frags. He's only down by one. He's only down by one from the leader. He's now tied for the lead with 10 frags. Using that with rockets to clear out players up top and try to fight his way up to the super shotgun. And he's relying on that rocket launcher to get a couple good frags there. Another one too, just out of view. He is tied for the lead with Toby, and Bandito is also in contention for the lead. So this map could be very close, depending on how these players set up. We're going to switch over to Bandito. Trying to get those rockets to work on the upper ledge as well. And gets a good double there with that rocket. Dodging some behind him as he chases down one player with a super shotgun and gets another. He's currently in the lead by a slim margin. And he's able to get a double with one shot on the super shotgun podium. Gets a boomstick kill. He's now up by 4. 7 frags left to go. We go over to Toby, the champion of this map previous. Working hard to try to assert himself. He's down by 4, but as we get closer to 30, it's going to get a little tougher for him to assert himself. Disco, the winner of maps 1 and 3. I guess we could call them rounds, because we only played 2 maps, but we played them twice. And Disco running around with the shotgun, trying to get that height advantage to avoid all the rockets in the middle. Lots of rockets being lobbed from afar. But our current leader, Bandito, only needs one more frag, and he gets it, securing round 4 for a 9-point win there. And that will be it currently for this particular match, but we'll be getting a new set of players in, I believe, in a moment. Yeah, so the admin is already calling for the next group, and we'll be getting it underway. So in this next group, we'll be watching. Well, let's see. Let me actually bring it up on the other screen here that I have somewhere. Yeah, we'll be watching Luca95, Gib Overkill, 4M1C15, Atrapella Doe, Hugo, Necrokid, and Ninja Dog. A lot of classic names on there. Hugo, Necrokid, Ninja Dog I've seen around the community. And we'll be starting in about 5 minutes. So if you want to take a little break, get some water, get some snacks, we'll be underway shortly. Players are filing in. We have 6 of the 8 that are allocated to that group. I don't think that we're... Who are we missing? Let's see. I think we're missing Atrapella, who is currently MIA. But they got a few minutes left to show up. And let me ask you guys, the viewers, how did you like the first group? Consisting of Toby, Bandito, and Disco Rhine. The victors of multiple rounds on those maps. We're floating around a map that we'll see in the second set of groups. This is the third map that we'll end up seeing. Yeah, I think I'll call, because we play through multiple maps and we play them again. I believe I will start calling them rounds to try to avoid confusion, because we play 4 rounds per group and then we move on to the next group. And then eventually we'll run out of groups and then move on to another set of maps. So that might be the best terminology to use going forward, so you're not like, wait, what are you talking about? We only had 2 maps. Why are we on map 4? We're going to try to avoid that. But this is Take the Crown, a free-for-all deathmatch tournament organized by KingDime and the Multiplayer Doom Federation. The finals will be broadcasted this Sunday. I'm not sure exactly when the time is taking place on that, but they will be broadcasted, I believe, in the morning of, if you're on the West Coast, and probably early afternoon if you're towards the East Coast of the United States. If you're abroad, well, tough to convert all those time zones, but no, Yellowtail, the World Doom League finals are going to be at a different time. It's going to follow, I believe, Take the Crown finals are going to be over by 1 o'clock Eastern. The World Doom League finals will begin at 2 o'clock Eastern. I will probably not be involved in the Take the Crown finals, but we'll be here bringing you Capture the Flag tomorrow afternoon. Now, Take the Crown, for anyone who might be just joining us, you have 30 frags or 5 minutes per round, and there are 4 rounds per group of players. Now, what that means is we will play 2 maps twice. Rounds 1 and 2 will be played on maps 1 and 2. Rounds 3 and 4 will then cycle back to maps 1 and 2. So everyone gets a shot at it. And points are allocated as sent in the chat. 9 points for first, 7 for second, 5 for third, 4 for fourth, 3 for fifth, 2 for sixth, 1 for seventh and eighth. Points are awarded per map. Well, I should say per round, because we found out that saying maps for both the physical maps and the rounds can be a little confusing. You can look at the Google Docs link that we were tracking everything with, including groups. We are server group C, and we'll be getting into the next group here with this call vote. Yeah, I don't think that's we got a bad call vote on the field over, but we'll be call voting map 1 because that begins the map set for this particular group. Now, real quick, we have 3 groups for this set of maps. We're currently in group 2, and this is where I feel like I need another monitor. I need like 18 monitors so I can have all the information up on the screen at the same time. We're getting into group 2, first round on the first map, starting off on Hugo. Each player looking for 30 frags or to be on top after 5 minutes. Now, we haven't had a round go through 5 minutes yet, but there's still plenty of time for that. Switching over to Luca. Only 1 frag behind the leader. With 3 to his name, gets dropped trying to hold Plasma from up top. It's a little tough to get auto-aim to work with the Plasma. And there's a BFG on the field. I believe Hugo has it. And there is a BFG on this map, a little difficult to get to. And with a little bit of BFG work, Hugo gets a couple frags, but not everything he needs to take first place. The current scores sit at Necrokid and Ninja Dog competing for first place. Everyone else in the same range of 1 to 2 frags away from each other. Switching over to Necrokid, who is up by 2. 10 frags to his name. Yeah, you gotta tactically use the BFG. Using their super shotgun, getting a double there to clear out that upper portion, but he does have spawns behind him. Gets a couple quick shots off, very accurate. One-shot kills are the name of the game with a super shotgun. Yeah, the BFG work didn't work out for Hugo earlier in the game, and it might come back to bite him as Necrokid is asserting dominance over the rest of the field with one-shot super shotgun kills. Switching over to Ninja Dog, who is down by 6 currently, has to make something happen. You want to come away from as many maps as possible with that 9-point victory if you want to make it to the final 20. This is not where we are in Group 2. And this is round 1 of Group 2's games. We'll be playing maps 1 and 2 twice. So this is the first time these competitors have been in the arena together. Ninja Dog down by 6. Gib Overkill down by 17. Trying to make that chain gun work in the middle, but no dice there. Hugo down by 13. Luca down by 18. But NecroKid is up by 6 and needs only 2 more frags left to go. Couple more sweet shots like we saw earlier. It goes right for the super shotgun that's not being guarded by anyone. And goes for those one-shots. Takes 1, takes 2, and that's the end of the first round for Group 2. NecroKid getting those sweet, sweet 9 points. We're still going. We're on round 2. And it's the first time we'll be seeing this map. The first of 2 times we'll be seeing this map. Starting off on Hugo. Trying to make that boomstick connect, but just can't seem to make it happen. Chooses to lob some rockets at a spawn point. Spawn kills are viable on a map like this where rockets are prevalent. Switching over to NecroKid, the winner of our last round. Who's only down by 1 right now. Looking, hunting, searching for more players. Gets a rocket, but with only 5 health left, he's brought down pretty quick. Moving over to Ninja Dog, who's the current leader of the field, with 6 frags and a spread of -2. NecroKid asserting more dominance in this round and saying, hey, just because the map changed doesn't mean I'm not a threat. Moving over to Gib Overkill, or, you know, if you're a degenerate, it's Jib Overkill, who is probably one of our newer players who signed up for the QuakeCon event. And, is, you know, learning the ropes as he goes along. Gets 1 good rocket kill, looking for a second, but has no backup weapon and is brought down by NecroKid. Decino. Decino disagrees with Gib and Jib. What are we going to do about that? Well, nothing at the moment as we start tabbing through the players. 4M1. Down by 13, trying to make the chain gun work for him. He's only got 3 frags to his name. He's getting lapped by the top competitors. We'll bring up the scoreboard and show you what the field looks like. Ninja Dog at 19, Hugo 14, NecroKid 12, and the other 3 players are down there in the single digits, barely breaching 5 frags. Not a whole lot of hope for them at the moment, as Ninja Dog starts to run away with this map. 7, 8, 9, 10 on spread, hogging that middle super shotgun spot that a lot of spawns tend to funnel towards, and provides a little bit of hard cover from below. He's chased by NecroKid and brought down, showing that that spot is absolutely hot for contention. Rocket spam not so successful there. Gets one frag, which, you know, definitely helps, as he only needs 1 more to close out round 2, and he does it by a spread of 10. And Ninja Dog is the only one with a ping below 80, it looks like. Not that that really matters in free-for-all. It's all about control, all about just hogging the weapon spawns, and you can do that with anything. Hugo grabbing the Soul Sphere. Getting a little plasma gun work in. Switches over to the super shotgun as he picks it up, then back to plasma, but it doesn't work as he takes a rocket to the face. Luca trying to get the plasma to work for him. And spawns back up top. Has very little time to react to Ninja Dog's super shotgun behind him. And 4M1C trying to get a frag on the board. And he's the little engine that could. He's out there trying to just get a frag. And he does it. But he is down by 8, which poses a bit of an issue in terms of point accumulation. Switching over to Necrokid, who is down by 3. Trying to control that back Super Shotgun area, but is overwhelmed. Ninja Dog is up by 5, halfway to the frag limit. He has 15 out of 30 that he needs. And is effectively controlling that Super Shotgun. Trying to gun down that Blue Marine repeatedly. And for those tuning in, we are halfway through the second group of the first set of maps. And Ninja Dog looking to increase his lead. He's only ahead by 1. Hasn't had a whole lot of luck. As he faces 100 chain guns in the middle. He has to get close for that Super Shotgun to get that one-hit kill range that is so desired. Switching over to Overkill, who needs quite a lot of overkill if he's going to recover from this 17 frag deficit. Hugo. About halfway there, but 7 under. Needs more work with that Super Shotgun. He's got spawns around him that he can hog, but he is overwhelmed. Necrokid is taking him down there. Now we're looking at Luca, who's down by 15. Trying to increase his standing on the board. Ninja Dog up by 5. He only needs 2 more frags left. 1 more. And there it is. Ninja Dog takes round 3. And we have 1 more round coming up in this second group on the first set of maps. After that point, we'll have 1 more group to do. 3 groups total on this set of 2 maps, and then we'll move on to a new set of maps with a new group of players. We will not be seeing this particular group of players together. It is randomized with each group. R taking the wins, how surprising. Well, here's R, always has fans waiting in the chat. Starting off on Hugo, but Ninja Dog getting an early lead. We'll switch over to him real quick. I skipped him. There he is. But now that lead has evaporated. He's got a spread of 0 with 7 frags. He's now brought down by Necrokid, who is taking the lead. And Necrokid is going on a tear. Going back over to him. Every time I switch to a player, they lose that lead that they start to build. That's what they call caster's curse in the biz. But, I mean, players already have 10 plus frags, and we barely have a minute elapsed on the board. I'll bring up the scoreboard for a more complete picture. Necrokid and Ninja Dog vying for the top spot, while Luca sits at 7, Hugo 6, Gib Overkill 4, and 4M1C at 3. Showing that the bottom half of the players got a lot of ground to make up. Necrokid up by 3 currently. And that top Super Shotgun spot, always the hot spot. Rockets and Buckshot flying over the steps here. And that shotgun spawn down there can pose a problem. Do you drop down to hog it, or do you stay up and let them come to you? Necrokid down by 2. Ninja Dog, currently number 1 on the leaderboard. And for those who are trying to keep track of how the groups are unfolding across all servers, the tabs at the bottom of that Google Docs spreadsheet that's in the chat right now will give you a better picture. And I believe that they have been adding scores of the other servers as well to the board. But right now we're watching Ninja Dog 1 frag away from taking the last round of this group. It has been mostly Ninja Dog's show as he takes round 4 of Group C2. And that will be it for the current group, but we're waiting for Group C3 to come in, which will be Nexus 6, Matty V, Poto, Scuddy, Stash BFG, Evil Neck, One Big Suck, and TMD. And most of the players are already waiting in the wings. Players are currently very good at being lined up for the next game. Now, I think we're missing 2 players currently. And I am here being pinged by the admin currently for our server. And it looks like we'll be starting the game. I'm not sure exactly when are we going. Let's see. Yeah, we're missing Scuddy and Stash BFG, so we get to do a little admin work ourselves. And I assume that he left, and I don't actually know when we're going. But it looks like he gave a couple minute window for the remaining players to join last group, so that's what we'll do. And we'll be waiting until the 45-minute mark after the hour to start, just in case players, file in. But this map in particular we're looking at is going to be what we'll see after this group is done with their matches on the first 2 maps. This is Dwango 5 map 12, and that will be map 3 when we get into group C4, C5, and C6. Happy Saturday, everybody. Bringing you some classic Doom 2 free-for-all action. The first that I've broadcasted. It's definitely feels just at home. I mean, so many players have had beginnings on free-for-all servers across the years. Now, KingDime, Doom speedrunner extraordinaire, is hosting an event for QuakeCon at home. Take the Crown, where by Sunday we'll have 8 players doing a full rotation of the maps. For a prize pool of $750. And of course an official stream from Bethesda, so you're playing for money and you're playing for fame. Who doesn't want to see your colorful pixelated Doom guy shred it to, a few thousand people? But we're just waiting. What are we missing? We're missing Stash BFG. And he's only got a couple minutes left. And just keeping the players informed that we're starting soonish. And I don't know, I guess I'm supposed to take screenshots for the admin team as well. I'm not sure if it's automatically recorded. From CTF to Deathmatch, still a 6-player game to cast. Yep, that's accurate, but with free-for-all, it is far more hectic. You won't get quick cuts to flag carriers to focus your attention. You kind of have to tab between a whole ton of players at the same time. But it is still just as fast-paced. Still quite a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here on this stream. There are 2 other streams, InTheKeep and KingDime. KingDime being the organizer of the tournament. They're covering servers A and B. And we'll be underway here in a moment. Kind of checking the console for the chat log, seeing what's happening. But we're at 45 after on my clock, so you know what that means. What means that I gotta look at the map list first. Spectators cannot call votes in the server. That's fantastic. And I believe SBFG will not be joining us for this particular round. And we'll be underway with Group C3. No! And the vote has passed! We're going to be watching these players jump in. And all players are here now. We're being in round 1 of Group C3. First time we'll be seeing this map. Seeing extra players. Oh, Atropelado is... I think. Is he part of this group? I don't think so. And, you know, it was only bound to happen at some point. We have every player except for SBFG. And I'm not sure. The Sparrow disconnected. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here. We'll do a little Archon and... So you guys get to see me, I think this is right. And Atro is gone. We're enforcing the limit here. But I don't know exactly what we do here. I didn't really get the whole server admin rundown. I know the commands, but currently we're watching the 7 players we should be watching here. Nexus, Maddie, Photo, Scuddy, Evil Neck, Big Suck, and TMD. Those players are supposed to be playing. And I guess we're continuing. I don't think that we stopped to restart the round. But we're looking at Nexus 6 right now. We've kind of been watching him the whole time as everything unfolded. He's up by 6. Only 9 frags left to go in round 1. And 6 frags left to go for Nexus. The second place player is back by 7. Photo has a lot of work to put in front of him if he's going to try to steal this win away from Nexus. Good super shotgun work there from our current leader. Switching over to Evil Neck, who is dueling on the stairs with another player. Trying to make that super shotgun work for him, but time is ticking for a lot of players who are down by 20. Or 20 or more, really. I mean, that player was down by 22. Poto, who I believe is not second place anymore. That is it for round 1. Nexus taking first place and getting 9 points. Each player getting a little bit less as things unfold. But now we're in round 2. Starting off on our champion for this group, Nexus 6. Who takes in a little bit of an early lead, but not by much. Only up by 1. Looks to get that super shotgun real quick. Switching over to Maddie V, who's down by 3. Didn't know there was a player right behind him. Gets brought down, gets the super shotgun up top. Can he make it work for him? It's targeted and brought down by Poto. Watching Evil Neck do some boomstick work in the back corridor here. Dodging rockets and players, getting a couple kills along the way. And one Big Suck, bringing up the bottom with 0 frags to his name and 10 under. It's unfortunate. You hate to see it. But we've seen more unlikely comebacks. TMD down by 6 from the top spot. But you know, losing number 1 doesn't mean you don't get any points. Second place gets 7 points, and it drops down 1 point each from there, with 7th and 8th place getting 1 point each. So even placing in the top 3, you're still in pretty good shape as long as you kick it up a notch in the preceding rounds. Scuddy trying to control that top rocket launcher spawn, but gets shot down from behind. And rockets are favored on this map, with all the tight corridors, spawn points in these corridors, and the angle from the rocket launcher to the top super shotgun. And no, that is the music of the background you're hearing in the map itself. That is not jazz that I'm playing in the background. But Nexus only down by 2 with 18 frags. And hello to Op1. I hear little bits and pieces of the music in the background, but it is faint. Moving over to our current leader, Nexus, winner of round 1, is currently tied for the lead. He's up by 1 now with only 6 frags left to go. And this is the last group for this set of maps, so we will be moving on to a new set of maps after the next couple rounds. Next is down by 3, which means that Poto could potentially take this. 1 frag left to go, up by 3. Poto has not won in his group as of yet, but that could change. Taking away a round 2 victory would be excellent. He's only up by 1. Gotta get that last kill. Looking for that last boomstick shot that will seal the deal. He's not able to get to that player in time before he blows himself up. And he gets it. Last second, Poto takes the victory in round 2, and we'll be getting those sweet, sweet 9 points. Now we're moving into round 3, a replay of round 1. There are only happy accidents here. But what is no accident is that Nexus and Poto are winners of the last couple rounds. Watching the player who came away the winner of round 1, Nexus 6, as we replay this map, you could say that he is the favorite. But we're switching over to the current leader, Poto, who just won round 2 and is feeling very hot and fresh. 7 frags on the board, up by 4. And getting some good work in there with the super shotgun. Poto with the BFG, climbing those steps. Getting a couple good frags out of the gate as well with it. Doesn't immediately get targeted and gunned down, as is usually the case in free-for-all matches. Definitely worth the effort, getting those few frags. Up by 4 currently, but has to survive a hailstorm of chain gun fire to get the super shotgun. Now it's a matter of tracking down Zoom guys and bringing them. And that's a double kill right there for Poto. 4 frags up, 5 frags up. Moving over to Scuddy, who is down by 8, has 11 frags to his name. Gets a good shotgun kill there. Very nice pinpoint accuracy. Gets the soul sphere, gets an extra 100 health. And 3 minutes left to go in round 3. With the scores across the board shaping up, Poto 19, Nexus 15. And next 3 players, Maddie, Evil Neck, and Scuddy, all competing for that bracket 4 players tied with 15 now. They're all tied for second. Scuddy taking second place. Poto still on top with 22. And we have TMD and Big Suck down there at 9 and 5 respectively. Next, we switch over just in time to see that telefrag. I believe Poto just got the BFG up top and is brought down from a good angle from Nexus. Says, no, you're not getting that shot off. And we're going to be watching Matty V for a second before this round ends. Doing his best to get that boomstick kill. Gets one off, but is brought down by so many chain guns around him. Almost gets the Soul Sphere. And I believe it was TMD who grabbed that. It has a shred of armor and 200 health, which can help greatly in free-for-all maps that are not dominated by the Super Shotgun. Needed a little bit better plasma work to dominate that field and take over the Super Shotgun spawn. But Poto closes out round 3, hitting that 30 frag limit. And we're looking at one more round before this closes out. Oops. Let's pretend that didn't happen. But we didn't affect the outcome of the game there. As we're watching Nexus, who took round 1, but lost rounds 2 and 3 to Poto. If he wants that 9 points to help his group standings, then he's got to play it big here. But he's not making it happen as of yet. Down by 6, has got 1 frag on the board. And we're going to switch over to our current leader, the winner of rounds 2 and 3, Poto. And why is the Super Shotgun overpowered? Well, that's just the design of Doom 2 and has been taken advantage of in multiplayer design for so long. It is the only normal gun outside of the BFG capable of one-shotting a player. Well, actually, that's not true. We got Rocket Direct Hits will do the same, but in terms of versatility, the Super Shotgun is the de facto choice for a lot of Doom Deathmatch, capable of bringing down a fully stocked player in one blast, and is a point of contention in almost every map. Maps like this are designed to bring a lot of focus to the Super Shotgun pickup, and focus we have seen lots of rocket and player activity around this top Super Shotgun point. Poto up by 6, 14 frags on the board. Looking to secure another round win, which would bring their total to at least 27 points. I'm not sure what they placed in round 1. But that would be a very solid group stage win for Poto. He's up by 7. It's going to be really tough to catch Poto, as Nexus, the second place player, is at 14 frags. 15 now, but the rest of the field is sitting at single digits. And we'll watch Scuddy try to get some of those rocket kills. Jumps back over to the rocket launcher, possibly hoping to keep control of that Super Shotgun, but not so successful there. And Evil Neck towards the bottom of the scoreboard, 20 frags under. We only have 3 frags left to go, looking for every last kill that they can secure. And we'll be back over to Poto, who only needs 1 more frag to secure the round. Up by 10, it would be pretty wild to see anything other than total victory happen here. And just 1 more shot will do it for Poto to take round 4 of the group stage, meaning that Poto will walk away with 3 round victories. And that's at least 27 points, depending on whatever they placed in round 1. But for right now, we'll be transitioning back over to our little intermission screen. and we'll be waiting on the next group phase to start. If you want to take a look at what we got going on in the standings, this Google Documents link in the chat should help a bit. I'm actually trying to take a look at what's going on here with the group stage rankings. So I'm kind of right there with you all. Trying to figure out what's happening here. I believe currently they're processing results now. We won't be heading into the next one for about maybe another 20 minutes or so. I'm not sure how quick the rest of the tournament is moving on, but now Dime is probably streaming another round. So shout out to KingDime, who is also organizing this event. We're in the group stage now, and this is going to determine the next stage, which will be the final 16 players that will fight for the next will fight for the finals. The top 20 players, 4 of which will automatically qualify, so that will leave a final bracket of 16 players to fight a full rotation through the maps you're looking at right now for the last 4 spots in a final free-for-all match on Sunday on the official QuakeCon stream. There are 2 other casters who are watching other servers, KingDime and InTheKeep, and links for those are in the chat right now. We'll be taking a brief intermission period, and we'll be back for the second group of maps. Groups C4, C5, and C6 will be casted right here when those players are available. And I believe those times on the spreadsheet on the bottom, you tab over to the server groups tabs. Well, we might start earlier than that, but check in. We might have something for you. Right now, we'll go into a little intermission phase, grab some drinks, grab some snacks. I know I will be. And we'll enjoy some Andrew Hulshult tunes from the IDKFA album. And we'll see you back here shortly. we'll be getting into the final group of this set of maps here shortly. And Yellowtail says, weather's no longer 5,000 degrees, that's fun. Yes, I would not want to melt. So that's a lot of degrees. And I think we're looking at, are we looking at a full server here? Well, everyone's ready. I believe there have been disqualifications since I last looked. So we'll be... Hugo is reconnecting. He's the best, so he's allowed to reconnect. If there's one thing you have to learn about the Doom community is that Hugo's the best. Little running joke for those who aren't aware. But we're almost halfway through KingDime's Take the Crown qualifiers. We're watching server C, InTheKeep is watching server B, and KingDime is watching server A. We've got a lot to go on here. And we'll be going through one more rotation of that old West style Dwango 5 map and the Crew Dreams catwalk map, as I like to call it. And let's see, people are saying too hot because you're a PC. Well, that's unfortunate. Peers do generate a lot of heat but you know what generates more heat? Super shotguns all across the New West. So we're getting into round 1 of group C6. And we're looking at Tom D, who has the current lead in the map. Currently tied for the lead, taking it back, dominating that little hut there. And spawns back in, looking to assert his dominance in the New West as we get into start of round 1. Cypher is tied for the lead. We have a -1 on the board. Poor Scuddy with -1. But now back to 0, so that's the start of the comeback, one could say. Cypher with the current lead, a spread of 1, 8 frags. We'll just keep the view on him for a second. Yeah, we got a variety of player colors here. We got a couple greens, a tan, a couple blues, a pink. Fun fact of Doom multiplayer history, there used to be a group of players who ran around with only that bright pink color scheme, and they were known as the Pink Squad. Terrors of Deathmatch and Duel. Now we're watching Shadowstalker, the current leader of the field. A spread of 5 flags. 19 on the board. We're almost through round 1 already. We're definitely past the halfway point in terms of frag limit. And Tom using that wall run technique on the back wall, but it didn't seem to help him out a whole ton there. Shot down by Shadowstalker, who's clearing away the favorite right now as it stands. He only needs 6 more frags, while the next place person needs 13, 12 now. And Shadowstalker looks like he's going to close out this game here. Watching Scuddy for a second, phasing through the wall of the stables and trying to find his way back in. And just the shots are not connecting for him, unfortunately. We're typing over to Hugo. As the leader needs only 5 more frags, Hugo's trying to make some work here. Increase his place in the standings. Cypher, 3 frags under, 2 frags under. Comeback is possible. He needs 1 more to tie up with Shadowstalker. And Shadowstalker needs 1 more frag, and he gets it, closing out round 1 in favor of Shadowstalker himself. I mean, that's 9 points. Can't sneeze at that. We're going into round 2. I'm going to be watching Cypher. And yes, Indigo is not truly Indigo in the Doom in the Doom palette, it's more of a gray. And watching Hugo, he's the best. But is he really? He's tied for the lead with 4 frags, but he needs more shots to connect if he's going to bring it back. Now, he wasn't able to kill the Marine in the rocket room, but he gets a respawn and gets a chip kill. Out there, he's now tied for the lead again. Now the current spread is Cypher and Hugo and Shadowstalker all fighting for first place with a spread of 1 frag between all 3. Tom D with 5, Luca with 5, and Scuddy with 5. It's a pretty even field so far. No player is running away with it yet, but Cypher is beginning to. Cypher was a excellent player in the last Take the Crown duel tournament, which I casted. Man, how long ago was that? It wasn't that long ago. But that's what started it all, and now we're here watching the free-for-all, and Cypher has the lead as it stands. 18 frags and a spread of 5. Hugo, 9 under. And who's the second place person? I think that's Shadowstalker. Yeah, it is. He's 6 under. He's got 16 frags, but he's got work to do. Trying to shoot everyone up top, doing a little hop with the super shotgun to try to close the distance. He's able to clear out the top, but now he has to clear out the area around him. This is definitely the hot spot for this round. And I think that's Cypher just clinched it by a spread of over 10. And that's impressive. And now we're back to round 3. Looking to see if Cypher can steal it away from Shadowstalker, who is the current favorite for this map, having won it in the first round for this group. And this is the last time we'll see this map get played in the group stage, as this is the final group on maps 3 and 4. Shadowstalker having to go back in, try to grab that super shotgun. Going into every single jail cell he can find. Like, where is it? Tom D lost in the woods and trying to find more players. It's a frag himself. He's only down by 2. The early game is absolutely one of the most pivotal moments to establish your position. Get a few good spawn frags before everyone gets set up in the map, set to their rhythm. And our Scuddy is tied for the lead. And finds his way out of the woods just to get gunned down and reset there. But good low spawn there, hiding in there with a super shotgun. But the other spawn also has a super shotgun, making it difficult to control that one particular spawn from where he's at. But it can be done. And Cypher in the lead right now with a spread of 6. Starting to look like Cypher might end up taking this map as well. Gets a double there, a triple. Although getting 2 frags with 1 shotgun blast, now that's always satisfying. And a spread of 9 in for Cypher, who is 5 frags left to go. And only 3 frags left for Cypher to take round 3 in of Group C6. Then we'll be moving on to the final round, and then another little brief intermission, you know. And that's it for round 3. We got 1 more map to play. Shadowstalker with 1 win and Cypher with 2. Meaning that in terms of total points, well, depending on the placement of the other players, there may not be a clear and away winner, because you still get 7 points for placing second, and then it decreases by 1 point each time. 7 and 8th get 1 point. So you don't walk away empty-handed, but you absolutely want to fight for as high a standing as possible. We're watching Cypher control an upper area of this map that we saw him and Shadowstalker kind of try to contend last time we saw this map in round 2. And moving over to Shadowstalker, doing his best to try to break into that area. We have Luca with the plasma gun, showing the kind of spam we love to see. He's down by 5, down by 6, but we haven't seen a player really try to unseat a top contender, but we're looking for it. Hugo might be able to make his stand here in round 4, but currently being shot down in the rocket chamber. Rocket room? Rocket chamber? What do we call it? What we call it is Hugo needs 5 more frags to contend for first place. And the spread looks like Cypher with 16, Shadowstalker with 14, Tom D 12, Hugo 11, Luca 10, and Scuddy 8. Showing that Cypher already has a lead as he reaches the 20 frag mark. And the work is cut out for the rest of the player base, with Cypher showing that he can dominate most of the rounds of his group so far. And he is most certainly the person to beat. 24 frags on the board, 6 left to go. He has a margin of 3. So he's losing a little bit of ground, but in free-for-all, it is sometimes a war of attrition. With 3 frags left to go for Cypher to clinch round 4. 2 frags now. He's got a spread of 6. It will take a lot for Cypher to drop his lead here. And he gets the final 2 frags he needs to close out round 4. That is it for this group. And we'll be waving goodbye to these 2 maps. So, for the time being, we'll be switching over the intermission, and you know, this is a great time. You wanna get some snacks, get some water. I know I definitely need some. Been talking too much, so you won't hear me talk for a little bit. But we'll put on some tunes from Andrew Hulshult and enjoy some Doom covers while we wait for the next set of matches. And we're about to get underway with the third part of Take the Crowns qualifier rounds in the third set of games. And we'll be going about 5 minutes in, giving players a little bit of time to warm up. They will not be playing on this map. This map was played in the first set of games, maps 1 and 2. But nevertheless, it's a great time for players to warm up, get those fingers loose, and their reaction times sharpened. And we're playing a little bit different CTF, as Chad has said. Capture the Frags is the name of the game. Most people call it free-for-all, but here we call it Capture the Frags, because we're edgy. A little bit of lag there with the plasma gun. And we've seen a couple players use the plasma gun on this map pretty religiously, going right for it and trying to coat the entire area in plasma. But super shotguns are the law of the land in most games. You're glad this is not some sort of team deathmatch tournament? Well, stay tuned because there might be one. It would probably be a lot more straightforward than a whole bunch of group stages, but, you know, the idea has been floated before. And it's not out of the question. If we can pull off a free-for-all tournament, we can pull off a capture the flag tournament. Who knows what's next? We're tabbing between the players. NecroKid we saw in the first set of games. I believe in the first game casted earlier today too. We'll be underway in just a few minutes. So if you want to take a quick break, grab some water, grab a snack, head to the restroom. Well, you got a little bit of time left before we call vote into map 5. And we'll be playing maps 5 and 6 twice. So we'll go map 5, map 6, map 5, map 6 for those 4 rounds, alternating between the two. And at the end, we'll have point totals in the spreadsheet linked earlier, and I'll just link it again. That will affect the standings. And I think we have all of our players for this round. So we might be underway just a little bit earlier. So when I said you could take a little break, I lied. Is that everyone? Yep, we're getting a call for everyone ready from the admin. We'll be getting a call vote on the field to get this bad boy rolling. He's asking for Ty, who is stationary. Now, where could Ty be? Unfortunately for Ty, there's no D to leave here. That's a capture the flag reference, everybody! Well, we're just getting a demo record from Ty. I'm not aware of any demo recording setup. Are they requiring people to record demos? Unlike the other 2 streams from InTheKeep and KingDime, I don't have anyone to bounce that question off of immediately. But they'll be call voting to the next map here in a second. And when this finishes, we'll be, spectators can't vote on the server, so my vote doesn't matter. It's fine. We're getting into round 1, watching fellow crits to start, and already we have a gap between the players. Let's see. Cart of Flars. Cart of Flars? The legend himself is up by 2 frags already. Jar of Hearts. Hey, Blair. And this map is from Green War 2. It's pretty chaotic. Spawns all over the place. There is a BFG. We just heard it firing in the background. But Cart is making quick work of spawns all around the outer edge of the map. Moving over to NecroKid, who we saw earlier in the day. Look at the group of Marines just caught on the corners in the middle. Everyone's attention kind of on the BFG. Nexus with the BFG. Now another player. Oh, Cart actually grabbed the BFG as well. And there's a lot of action happening in the middle here. We're looking over that Ty, 1 frag under the leader. The spread is pretty even, 10-10, 9-9-8. That's not a secret code, that's the number of frags each player has going, you know, from top to bottom, but, you know, it can be a secret code for you if you really want it to be. Cart down by 3. Bandit Doom and Next tied for the leader spot. I'm like kind of trying to keep up with the leader here. Bandito, 4 frags up from 2nd place, 5 frags up, making a quick work of a lot of players out in the middle. Can we call it the middle? We'll call it the BFG side. This map has a lot of tight angles, ton of corridors that all link together. And Bandito is making quick work of everybody as we reach the 20 frag threshold. And gets dodges that BFG from Cart. And gets a follow-up shot down range. And gets trapped himself in there. There's no room to dodge in that BFG chamber. But sometimes you spawn right next to it. And he got brought down by Nexus. I'm trying to find this man here. He's tied for first as well. 23 frags on the board. Now looking at 25. Only 5 frags left in this round. Some players like NecroKid and Fellow towards the bottom, trying to fight for that higher standing where, you know, the points do matter in this. So getting the higher standing each round will affect your total outlook. As Nexus just hogs that BFG entrance and shoots a ton of players in the back. He only needs one more frag to seal out round 1. And it's close. He's only up by 1 at this point, but it was 1 enough because now he closed out round 1. And he'll be getting that 9 points. Bandito with 7, Ty with 6, Cart with 5. And we're into the next map, which is the first time we've seen this particular map. A lot of guns on the outskirts. And there's kind of a secret with this map where to get to the BFG you have to climb up the stairs on the other side of the map. And we might see that from one of the players. Yeah, you go through this tunnel here, and it teleports you to the other side of the map in kind of an infinite loop style setup. Very nifty, and leads to quite the prize with the BFG hotly contested between all participants. Cart taking an early lead with 8 frags on the board. And that BFG is looking mighty tempting. And it looks like no one's paying attention to where Cart is. He gets 1 frag with the BFG splash. And that is a silent teleporter, yes. Little design trick from the author. NecroKid tied for first place. Trying to control this side bracket of the map, where at least 1 spawn is located. I'm not sure if there's 2 in there or not. I know there's at least 1. And we're watching NecroKid try to hog that spawn. Doesn't get that 1 shot off that he needed to continue that rampage. But NecroKid up by 2 with Ty spamming the BFG all around. Gets a couple good frags with it, but he's down by 7. He has to have something happen here. Only the BFG is not going to cut it. Ty doing a pretty good job of controlling this side room. But we're watching Bandito in the third person just BFG everybody down. Helps him significantly in the standings. And you know what? For anyone who has to leave us, have an excellent rest of your Saturday. And we'll see you in no time at all. We'll be here. We'll be waiting. We're always waiting. But is anybody waiting for a Bandito by the BFG? They let him get by. He grabs the BFG and starts unloading on the rest of the map. Doesn't seem to get any kills with his BFG spam there. Gets a splash, but no kill confirmation. Has to follow it up with a regular frag. NecroKid down by 1. 25 frags, 26 frags, and now he's up by 1. He's in hot contention to end round 2. It's between NecroKid and Nexus, and the rest of the field has a little catch-up to do. NecroKid only needs 2 more kills. Now Nexus only needs 2 more kills. It's between... And NecroKid gets that last kill. Nexus right behind him at 29. Very close round. Now we'll be getting a repeat of the first map in this group. Now that players are a little bit more familiar with the map, they may not have fully practiced it in the past, but now they have played 1 full round on it. The repeat round is going to be that's some excellent work from Fellow just hogging that one spawn. He lets loose a rocket downrange, but a spawn blocks him and takes him down with it. Gotta be careful with rockets. They explode. And we're trying to find a leader here. Fellicrux actually is in the lead. If he can find another juicy spawn to trap down, but Cart just got a whole bunch of kills with the BFG. And he is definitely a favorite to take this map, having had an early lead before as well. Can he hold on to it for round 3? Lots of spawns, lots of activity in the middle. And looking at the spread of the scoreboard, 14 for Bandito, 12 for Cart, 12 for Necro, 12 for Ty. The upper end of the scoreboard is very competitive, and with the BFG in plain sight, it's anyone's guess as to who comes out ahead on round 3 of this group. And let's see, who haven't we covered yet? Bandito. He's up by 1. He's got 17 frags, needs 13 more to close it out. He's not firing. I think he might have forgot what the fire key was, but he found it eventually, got a BFG kill and a follow-up super shotgun kill, and got another BFG. Dodges a blast from a player there, and is making his way around the map trying to get more BFG splash kills. And it's no holds barred final set of frags for Bandito, Ty, and Necrokid, only separated by a couple frags in the top 3. Going to go over and try to find Ty. He's currently in the lead with 27 frags, needs 3 more. He's got a spread of 2. Only needs 2 more here, 1 more. And that looks like it. He saw that those players were stuck there and said, "You're behind." Ty taking round 3 of this group. And we're looking for the final round here. Starting off on Fellicrux, taking an early frag. Getting another one. And dropped down there. Bandito looking to compete for that BFG. Gets the player in front of him, which allows him to grab that BFG and get at least 1 kill. 2, in fact. And, let's see. Well, worst is, he's last. He's the worst. But it's okay. He might be able to get some frags here. Gets a double right there. That's quite nice for him. Dodges 1 BFG splash, but not the second. And moving over to Cart. Trying to get that super shotgun out in the middle without getting gunned down, but there's so much activity out here in this middle pit that it's tough to get away alive. Takes an opportunity to go up the stairs, sees another player following him, and is dropped by Nexus. Necrokid himself going for the BFG. And gets 2 kills there up top, including one where they try to grab the BFG and run away. Necrokid getting a good run with the BFG is there, right there, blocking down that chamber. Or he's brought down by Necrokid. And Nexus tied for the lead with Necrokid and Bandito. Fisticuff's not going to help you there. Tries to switch maybe too early. But BFGs go off all around him and he's brought down. And there's just so much chaos on this map. You can follow any one player and there's action happening. Fellicrux down by 10. He's got 5 frags, but he's going to need a few more. No luck there. Stood too long on that BFG pedestal, and that can cost you. A lot of players have attention towards the BFG, not only to counter any player that might have it, but also just to guard it. And well, let's see. Moving over to Necrokid, who is currently in the lead. He's down by 2. It's very hot between the top 5 players, spread between 21 and 17 frags, and falling within that range. So this map is absolutely anyone's game. We're approaching the 2-minute mark, and no player has closed this out as of yet. 9 frags left to go, 8 frags left to go. I don't believe we'll see the end of the time limit, but this is one of the longer rounds that we've witnessed so far. Nexus getting a double before eating a whole ton of rockets. Looking to get that kill on the BFG user right in front of him, who had his back turned. A great angle to have to counter that platform. He's up by 2. Just needs 3 more. He knows that player is wounded, but he wasn't able to get enough of a shot off. And eyes are on Nexus to close it out. But he's now tied for the lead with NecroKid. 2 frags left. Only 1 left, and he gets it. Closes out round 4. And then we'll be waiting on the next group. And the next group is... Yeah, I know. Big Nexus putting up that dub. And we're just waiting for the next group of players to file in. And let me read off who it's going to be. It's going to be Group C8, which can be found at that spreadsheet. You'll have to tab down at the bottom to Groups Server C, the server we're covering. InTheKeep is covering Server B, and KingDime is covering Server A. Group C8 will be Ralphus, Hate Daddy, Rek, Atrapella, Hugo, Dunkelman, and Demnoman. Not to be confused with Dunkelman. Demnoman, definitely a different person. And I think we're waiting on... I see 2 players in the spectators. This might be a 4-man free-for-all. And the map we're looking at right now is going to be one of the last maps we'll see. That will be for the next set of games. Currently, we're in the 3rd set of games between with Green War 2 map 28 and Lazarus 1J map 08. This is a map from UDM3, and we won't be seeing that until groups C10 through C13, I think it is. Yeah, we got 4 groups to cover on the UDM maps. And Blair says, this map has that UD look for sure. Gray and blue/red. Absolutely. And we're just waiting on players to file in. I do see the 4 that were part of that group. I'm not sure. Hatred says that. See you up in that price box, and oh, there it is. UD on top. Clan Unidoom, one of the oldest clans in Doom history. And perhaps the oldest still standing. But we're more of a organization clan now. Little pet projects across the Doom multiplayer community. But some excellent mappers as well. Double Impact, which was created by Ralphus and Rot King, is now officially part of the Doom 2 Switch port, if I recall correctly. But we're just waiting for, I guess, to get underway. This might be a 4-man free-for-all. I don't know who we're missing. I see. Oh, Hugo. Hugo's part of this group. We're missing Demnoman, Atrapella. Oh, and that's it. There's only 7 players in this group. And I guess Laird will, our resident admin, will be filling if we don't get maybe 6. I saw Atrapella right there. He disconnected. And he is part of this group as well. We're playing the waiting game. But there are 6 players, and I think we're only missing Demnoman. This is C8. And you know what? You know what's great about that? You get to see how slowly I type that. Because I'm staring at the second monitor, making sure I have the number right. Because now everything's starting to blend together as we get on through the day. My Doomer brain is melting. But we're looking at a 6-player matchup. And a lot of these players are from veteran roots. Ralph, Hugo, Rec, and Hate Daddy are veteran players. I think we'll be getting underway here in just a second. Slared, our admin, is probably trying to figure out where Demnoman is, and then we'll be getting underway. I believe he said in 5 minutes. We'll be going either way, giving a little bit of a grace period to Demnoman. And we're bringing you, we're halfway through the 3rd set of games in the Take the Crown qualifiers. And I'll just spam the chat with all the little buyings that I have set up. And there you go. 18 paragraphs of information. But of the 4 sets, I do have music on, actually, Fran, and there is, I don't know what music is playing right now, but it's, you don't want the music to drown out the sound of Doom guys falling left, right, and center. I usually keep it pretty low, very low and moody. I saw a report in, too, that Toby rocked A9, so games are progressing. Looks like we might be behind the 8-ball a little bit. As we wait for players to file in. Small delay, but we're definitely starting earlier than the projected time of 3:30. We're past C7, and we're looking to start the second game of the 3 that we have for this set of maps. And happy Saturday, everybody. But Saturdays are for Doom. We're playing free-for-all in the qualifier stage of Take the Crown. Players are fighting for the top 20 spots, of which only 8 will go to the grand finals tomorrow on the QuakeCon Twitch TV, and also fighting for the $750 prize pool put forward by KingDime and the Multiplayer Doom Federation, who have organized this event for QuakeCon at home. This is the second event under the Take the Crown name, the first being a big duel event that was a $1,500 prize pool. And here we are because of that. In Germany, now it's Sunday. Well, happy Sunday to you, friend. Thanks for staying up and watching a bunch of pixelated Doom guys go at it. See, we didn't call them the Doom Slayer. We call them Doom guys. We're old school here. We're so old school, we haven't figured out how to use our neck muscles to look up or down. Now that's old school. We might have lost a player. Hugo said, sorry guys, and disconnected. He's the best. He has better things to do. I almost said Huge is the best. Hugo is the best. Oh, goodness. Alright, we're getting a call for everyone being ready. And we'll be getting into the second set of games. Group C8 will now be getting underway in that first hectic map from Green War 2. And yes, as Blair said in the chat, good thing about free-for-all tourneys with a ton of people is that a couple people leaving, just a blip. And thank you, 10. Do I call you 10? 10L? I appreciate that. I try to be entertaining. Try to bring you some passionate Doom projects. We're just waiting for this one to get underway. What is the delay? I'm losing my mind. It's map 5, yeah. Okay, and here we go. We're gonna start on Ralph's point of view, whose name you've probably seen in the World Doom League. A lot of players go between these tournament events, and Ralph takes an early lead, but is now tied up. Rocket's not working out as well to lock down that BFG area. Going over to Rek, who is trying to make that Super Shotgun work. Using that pillar as a little bit of hard cover. Smart move, but wasn't able to make the shots connect. Hey Daddy in the inner corridors, trying to keep control of that BFG corridor, but gets blasted by Slard's rocket. And Slard, who is filling a spot, not for standings, but just to try to keep the parity of having 7 players. Atra Peladu down by 7 frags. Towards the bottom of the scoreboard, not looking so hot there. But the game is not even close to being over. Slard taking a lead here, making the other players work for it. Let's see, who else do we have here that we haven't covered yet? There's Dunkeldan, who's down by 11. He's only got 6 frags. Has to work on controlling the rest of the map, or at least picking a spot to control, and that's a key part of free-for-all. You have to try to control your little section of the map, and you have to control it well. Looking at the spread here, we have 19, 18, 16, 10, 9, and 5, showing that Rek has a lot of work ahead of him with only 5 frags. And between Slard, Hate Daddy, and Ralphus, first place can happen to any one of those 3. Switching back over to Ralph, who is at the 20 frag threshold. Looking for 10 more, and looking for them quick. Slard in the lead by 1 frag. 5 frags left to gain for Slard. And I'm trying to actually find one particular play. There we go. And there's Hey Daddy tying it up. 26 now. And he spawned right behind Slard and brought him down for 27, now 28. Looking for that last frag. Just needs 1 more. Is it going to happen, or is he going to choke? And it looks like Hey Daddy closes it out. Hatred getting that very thin line between victory and defeat, getting those 9 points on the board. We're starting round 2 off on Ralphus, and start him off with 1 frag before he's brought down right below the BFG pillar. Hatred with the chain gun, the infamous chain gun. And who's got the BFG? It looks like Ralph's got the BFG. Putting it to work, grabbing a couple frags quick off that. And with the chain gun, he secures a super shotgun, but brought down from behind. Hatred trying to control the BFG anti-chamber here. And gets one. Dodges the first BFG splash, dodges the second. But Ralph is on his way to victory with some very heavy BFG frags. Taking the lead at 12 frags. The next place is 7. Watching Atropella for just a second. Putting in some chain gun work here, getting a double with the chain gun. Coming back with the super shotgun, going toe-to-toe with BFG users on either side. Wreck getting a couple solid kills off. Ralph gets one BFG shot off before Wreck brings him down. Blocks the chain gun action across the map. Dunkeldan got his work cut out for him. 14 under with only 3 frags to his name. Bringing up the rear of the pack with Ralph, Wreck, with Ralphus and Wreck actually competing for first place. It's only 1 frag difference between them. But Ralph has the BFG again, gets 2 frags off of it before he's brought down. And now he has he's 5 frags up, now 3, now 2. Wreck using his own BFG skills to try his best at bringing them down. Ralph gets out to the main area with the BFG, uses the cone to that BFG cone trick, determines the angle of the splash, and then moves into position to catch them in the blast. Now he's up by 7. Only 3 frags left to take round 2 of Group C8. And from the chat, Bran says, look at the rankings, Daston is putting in work. 10 wins so far for Daston. Yep, absolutely. Out of 11 games. Daston, a very powerful player in free-for-all and capture the flag. But in terms of round 2 of this group, Ralphus takes the 9-point winner with Wreck following up. And we're back to the first map in the rotation. But now that players have played on this map once, expect them to set up a little bit smarter. Starting off on round 2 champion Ralph. Demnoman jumps in and he's starting to try to accrue some points on the board. Switching over to Wreck. Tied for the lead with 4 frags. Looking to set up a little spot here to get some shotgun kills in. And Hatred moving between the corridors. But Ralph is dead set on using that BFG and getting a lead. BFG control is pivotal in free-for-all due to its potential to bring down an entire room in a single blast. Ralph up by 4, trying to clear out the BFG room and get his own. He's able to get out and gets 1, 2, 3, and that's not so bad. I mean, with a frag limit of only 30, you get a few frags off a BFG pickup. It's looking pretty good for you. Gets a couple more super shotgun kills, 3 more, 4 more. Ralph ahead by 9. And there's no real reason to switch off with Ralph getting right in the thick of it and maintaining his lead. Wasn't able to make anything connect there. He's up by 5, but Hatred is closing the gap. Getting behind a couple players who are firing rockets towards the outskirts. Getting a spawn kill there. Hunting down other players right around that spawn point. He's only down by 3 now. Only down by 2. Looking to bring it back. He's putting numbers up on the board. And the spread looks like Ralph in the lead with 24. Now Hatred with a double kill, 23. Other players in their teams showing that it's really a fight between Hatred and Ralphus. And it looks like Dunkeldan got the BFG, blasted Hatred into 1,000 pieces. And watching Hatred try to make this comeback happen. Gets one more frag. He's only down by 1. He's now tied for the lead, showing that he's got what it takes. 1 frag left for both leaders. And Ralph got the final kill, taking round 3. Right out from under Hatred after a comeback he was mounting. Now we're in the final round. And this, with Ralph taking a couple wins, that's pretty good for the final standings if he's looking forward to being in the final 20. Getting out of the qualifier round is a matter of consistency for a lot of players, considering they have to get through a marathon of so many games over multiple hours in multiple maps. If you're consistent, then the future's bright for you. After the qualifiers across multiple sets of maps, we're looking at the final 20. The top 4 players in the standings are automatically placed in the finals. That will be happening tomorrow on the official QuakeCon stream. And the remaining 16, that is players ranked 5 through 20, are going to be fighting it out in a full rotation of maps to determine who takes the last 4 spots in the free-for-all. Ralph getting a couple of direct hits with the BFG. 1 splash, 2 splash, getting 4 frags off that. He might have got more from the direct hits, because when the BFG ball explodes, there is a cone that extends out from the player depending on the angle of how they fired. And will catch players in a spider's web of death. And oh, who's that we just saw in the lead? That's Hatred. Yeah, taking control of the top stairs. Some players have found great success in controlling the stairs that lead up to the BFG platform. But Hatred pushed on through. And yes, that BFG cone still connects as long as you don't respawn. You can stay dead and get a couple kills off the BFG splash. And it's working out well for Hatred as he is now 23 frags in and 8 frags up. Super Shotgun doing great work for Hatred as he looks to take map 4 with a vengeance. Probably not too happy about having his last round stole out from under him. Hey Daddy hitting his stride. 8 frags up. Only 3 frags left to go for him to close out this round in a convincing victory that would net him 9 points on the board. And there are players who are catching up. He's only up by 3 now. Dunkeldan making his presence noticed in this set. Ralph following at 3rd place. Slurred at 4th. But it looks to be a race to the final big 3-0 between Hatred and Dunkeldan. But Hatred's up by 2. He just needs 2 more shots to connect to seal the final result. He needs 1 more kill. And he clinches it. Round 4 will go to Hatred. But it's not a winner takes all. And he absolutely does not like getting contested so heavily by Ralph throughout these rounds. Both players played very hard in Group C8. Now we're looking forward to Group C9, consisting of Alex, Bastic, TGA, Reaper Loomish, Sawdust Sauce, Sleepy Quake, One Big Suck, and Newt. Full 8-player roster, and Sawdust Sauce is already in, warming up. Shout out to the administrators of the Multiplayer Doom Federation for making these games go pretty smoothly. And it's nice to see. These events are not easy to organize, and they are quite difficult to enforce that players. And I get to see a little bit of the sky, the Doom Sky. Doom Skies do tile at a horizontal plane, so you know, skyboxes are nice. But they do tile if you don't conceal the bottom half of the viewpoint. It's an old engine. What do you expect? Come on. Come in here. You want OpenGL? You want glows? Nah. We're talking about sprites. And yes, Ty, I agree. Hatred was sweating there. But our resident admin for Server C, Slard, is getting players in the game. And if you're interested in the other streamers who are covering servers B and A, we're looking at InTheKeep, who I'll put a convenient link in there, who's covering server B, and KingDime, the organizer and patron of the Take the Crown challenge, is watching server A. And the other voices you'll hear on InTheKeep, I believe, are his MDF Commissioner Human Bones, and I believe Do is helping KingDime in server A. But here, it's all me, baby. It's all Zanero all the time. We're just waiting for the server to fill up with players at the moment. So if you want to take a few minutes, get a snack, go for it. I'm going to catch up on the Discords real quick. You know what? Actually, so you guys aren't just looking at static viewpoint. We haven't seen Sawdust play, so watch him for a second while I bring down the console so I can tab out. I'm just catching up on the happenings currently. Our admin says please wait. Some scoring problems happened, so there might be a small delay. But you know, hey, we're over halfway through. Things happen in an event of this scope. Let's see. I'm just checking in on the other events as well. Those games, I believe, are underway. But happy Saturday to those of you who haven't crossed the international date line or are far enough away in Europe for it to be Sunday. In which case, happy Sunday. Bringing you some free-for-all classic Doom 2 action. Doom 2, you say? Well, that's Doom Eternal, isn't it? Nope, wrong. It's Doom 2, the title released in 1994, and has changed the first-person shooter genre. In fact, defined it. And many players have, over the years, created custom maps such as this, and organized little fun events using servers and communities that have been run through IRC and Discord throughout the eons. And this is one such event. And we're happy to bring it to you. And that's, I think it's 5 of the players we need. Some players already waiting in the wings. But this will be the last set of players for these 2 maps that we've been covering over the last roughly 45 minutes. And then we'll be getting into these maps. So the map you just saw, UDM3, and then this UDMX map will be the maps played on the last set of games. We'll have 4 different groups to cover then. But after this set of games, we'll have a little brief intermission for everyone to get refreshments, for everyone to collect their thoughts. There's the PFG right there. So keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on this little corner of the map that can be shot through from up here. When we get into the last set of games. You were 6 years when it was released. Yeah, Doom is scary as a kid. It was. I believe I had quit out of the game as fast as humanly possible when I first encountered the Barons in E1M8. It's probably like 5. Pretty sure I did the same thing with a Cyber Demon at some point as well. And Cacodemons hunted. Did they hunt you in your dreams or haunt you in your dreams, or both? I have to say, Cacodemons hunting does not invoke a pleasant mental picture. And yes, that BFG cone still projects forward. When that BFG projectile leaves the gun, that cone is determined. So no matter what you do, your movement, your direction, it is still linked to that it's still linked to the direction of when you fired it out. So the BFG is absolutely a complex weapon, and there's absolutely a technique involved in using it. But it is one of the most complex early FPS weapons, and has been looked upon favorably over the eons. It's a high skill ceiling weapon, and a hot item to control for its rim clearing capability. But enough about that, and more about Group C9 that we'll be watching here in just a second as players vote for these maps. Or at least they should be voting for a restart. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. And here we go. Well, watch Newt for a second. A quiet little stroll through the outer edges of the map, looking for players. Finds one, like Gex found himself. And it looks like we're looking at a 5-player free-for-all. So a little bit less noise than last time. But more chances for players to establish control of certain areas with less activity surrounding them. A little bit more of a chance for them to lock down spawns, lock down important areas to control, like the BFG. And Newt doing a decent job of taking an early lead, 8 frags in, tied for the lead now. But look out, Alex has the BFG. And it's not being stopped currently. Gets one splash there, but doesn't immediately follow it up. He might have believed that that player was going to drop too. Alex doing a pretty decent job trying to control the outer edge of the map. It gets brought down. Gets a little revenge kill there. Always love it when there's an identifying color for each participant. Going back to Newt, who is controlling that area surrounding the BFG. Getting to that weapon, now that you kind of trap yourself, there's no room to dodge, so you have to commit to it. Looking at one big suck. Well, he's living up to it, because he's not doing too great on a leaderboard. He's last with 4 frags. He's got a lot of ground to make up. He's 15 behind the leader. It's the equivalent of one of those IndyCar games where your wheels just fall off and you're lapped by the whole competition. Gotta put the wheels back on. Newt with he's tied for the lead, 21. Less than 10 frags left to go. And that door does open, but he missed it the first time, and that BFG splash caught him. But Newt using that hard cover to avoid the BFG. Gets 1 frag before being brought down. And Sawdust Sauce. He's pretty close behind the leader, but he's got to start making something happen now with only 2 frags left to go. And more accuracy is on the table for Sawdust. Has to close the gap to get within that one-shot range. Only 1 frag left to go. Reaper Loomish trying to eliminate all enemies around him, but Newt is too powerful, beating Alex by 1 frag for that top spot. And we'll be getting into round 2. A different map. Still a BFG to control, but quite a different way to contest it. There's a staircase that leads up to a silent teleporter line that brings you over to the BFG platform, and it works both ways. So there's a lot of options if you can secure the pathway to the BFG. And the stairwell is a popular spot to hang out at, considering players can't dodge and have little options to counter you right around that corner, outside of a pure reaction battle. Newt doing a pretty good job of playing position, playing angles, giving up ground when he needs to, just to get that counter shot. Good chain gun work there. Works on one player, but doesn't work on the second. Moving over to Sawdust Sauce, who's trailing the BFG user, Reaper Loomish. And the spread currently looks like Newt in a 4 frag lead, followed by Sawdust, Alex, Reaper Loomish, and One Big Suck. Now, the rest of the field is pretty close together, but Newt is starting to pull ahead. And a lot of activity happening in that pit there. Brings out his fist, maybe to do a quick switch. Now, a little history on that. It's a technique to where you start lowering your weapon in time with the pickup so that you can raise the new weapon quicker. You're pretty much timing a weapon switch to be overridden by a new weapon pickup. It can go south if you get stopped at any point. But it can give you an edge if both players are going for the same weapon pickup and they're the same distance away. Now, Newt has since lost the lead to Alex, who, swing the camera over his way. Seems to be, saw one player disappear from view, drops right back down and says, tasty BFG. And some feedback from that trivia. Just make sure you lower your current weapon when you're going to pick up a new weapon, not armor, ammo, or health. Good advice. That won't help you at all with those items. And Alex now 2 frags behind. Sawdust now currently in the lead. I'm currently tied for the lead with 22 frags, but can most certainly make up that difference and start working towards that 30 frag limit. Little BFG work, only gets 1. Chose a little bit of a poor angle. Try to assert dominance in that lower field, but gets that double and almost gets the spawn frag. Misses 2 shots, misses 3. Only grazing blows. It's unfortunate, you hate to see it. And we're only 1 frag away from a victor. Newt looking like he might take round 2. And there it is. Frag limit sealed. Newt taking first place, getting those 9 points. As we work towards the final 20. Slowly but surely, we're going to be doing another set on these 2 maps. Now we're entering round 3 of 4. And a little bit of info in the Twitch chat for anyone who hasn't already been bombarded by my repeated usage of the information. Good for anyone new who's joining us. It's great to see a free-for-all event. when normally it's usually duel or CTF or something very competitive that caters to a lot of veterans more so than new blood. I mean, we've seen a lot of great new players show up, try their hand at it, and enjoy some a throwback to ancient deathmatch. Sawdust taking the lead right now. And there's a bit of a hang-up in the BFG room. Reaper Loomish dropped trying to get that BFG, but was body blocked previously, bringing him to a standstill. You hate that. You gotta hate when the BFG room gets all crowded. See, Doom guys, when they gotta go for the BFG, there's no social distancing required. They got helmets on, it's fine. But multiple Doom guys piling in that room usually spells disaster for both. Alex now taking the lead away, very slim lead, trying to get those BFG blacks in, and gets one splash kill by delaying his respawn. And some rocket work from Alex here, giving him a little boost to his frag count. Gets a spawn kill there, looking for another one, but Mr. Orange runs away. And can he get the BFG? He gets the BFG splash off on those two players, including the green one, Newt, who missed him, just trapped in that very thin corridor. And it's looking, there's a little bit of a spread between the players. Alex at 22, Sawdust at 17, Reaper Loomish at 13. And we're tabbing over to Sawdust, who is the current runner-up. And he's making good work of the super shotgun. Oh, has to run into somebody who's watching that BFG. Clears it out, but can he get a frag off the spawn? And it's tough. There's all the activities happening around this BFG. I think players kind of reluctant to go for it while there's so many guns surrounding them, even if the attention is not focused on them. And Newt, who is in third place, I mean, he does get 5 points if he maintains third place. But of course, that's not as good as 9, which it looks like Sawdust and Alex are competing for. Just look at that console real quick in case I missed anything important. But what we did see is Sawdust clear out round 3. With and Alex taking second place there. So the games are competitive. And it's great to see names like this show up where, you know, these are not names I immediately recognize. So it's great that QuakeCon at Home event is allowing a lot of players who wouldn't normally attend QuakeCon in person from around the world playing a little bit of Doom Deathmatch. And let's see. And Newt taking a lead right now, but it's evaporating in front of him. He's now tied for the lead as Alex works the BFG. We just saw Doom Guy get evaporated right above Newt's perspective from that direct BFG hit. Things are heating up in round 4. But every time I try to tab to the leader, they lose the lead. Caster's curse. That's what they tell you. It's not a real thing. Newt with the lead right now at +2. 11 frags in. 13 frags in. He's making good work of that side bracket. Trying to stay on top of the super shotgun to deny a quick pickup. And instead forcing players who freshly spawned to deal with him. Newt's still maintaining that lead now. The spread is looking like 17 for Newt, 15 for Sawdust, and 11 for Alex, and Reaper and Big Suck bringing up the rear here. But very competitive between Newt and Sawdust currently, being only one frag apart at this particular time. And speaking of, we'll switch back over as he starts to narrow that to a one frag spread and ties it up. He's got his eyes set on the Green Marine, but in fact, the green BFG ball is what brings him down. 10 frags left to go for the two players who are tied for first. That BFG room getting a lot of activity, and players trying to hog those spawns. And he knows that Newt is wounded. Can he get that shot off? Try to seal the deal here. And he does, eventually. Ties it back up. Five frags left to go. Watch it in. That's the chat sound you hear from spectator chat. A lot of players talking. We don't have the capability right now of muting only spectator chat, and I like to see the obituaries up in the top corner. It's fun, adds to the feel. And Newt currently in a very thin margin of a lead. Only one frag up. Two frags up now, but he's got two frags left to go. He needs two more quick kills here to seal round 4. Only one more. It looks like he might get it. Off Big Suck here with the rocket work. But he got blasted into a corner. Has to abandon that one target. Looks for another. And gets one. In the form of Alex. Closing out round 4 in group C9. And that will be it for these two maps. We'll be looking forward to the... you open up this spreadsheet and tab down to groups server C, the server we're watching. We'll be taking a little bit of an intermission as we wait for the next set of games to kick off. We'll be casting 4 groups going at it on UDM3. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on that too. I don't know if we're getting right in. Oh, C10 is starting. So there is no intermission. We're going right into it. That's right. We get a little bit of applause for honestly again for the great administrative work of the MDF for corralling 70 plus players, you know, over 3 servers and coordinating it well with multiple streamers. I mean, anyone who's tried to organize an event is aware of how ridiculous that can be. But Group C10, I will list off the players. Devastation, Hate Daddy, Desico, Reaper Loomish, Daston, Sleepy Quake, Bandito, and Ion will be joining us for the matches on UDM3 map 10. And I can't remember the other map. UDMX map 20. Look, numbers are hard. I've seen so many different map sets, and I can't remember the numbers anymore. My brain doesn't work. I don't know what you want from me. But happy Saturday/Sunday, everybody. We're bringing you some free-for-all goodness. As we get into the final set of groups, I'm going to take a quick break, and we're going to leave it on the perspective of hatred. A powerful player, as we saw earlier, going toe-for-toe with Ralphus in Group C8. As we wait for Group C10 to be underway, I'm going to take a slight break, and I recommend you do too, because sitting too long, not stretching your legs, it's unhealthy. Gotta work those legs like Doom Guy. Get the blood flowing. I'll be right back, and thank you, Longsfor. Welcome to this Doom 2 broadcast. Be right back, folks. Okay, players are starting to pile in. I actually want to try to keep an eye on things. Try to adjust everything on my second monitor because life is hard. We're starting to get people filing in. I think we have almost everybody. Who are we missing? Sleepy Quake, I believe? Yeah, we have quite the lineup. Devastation, Hey Daddy, Desico, Reaper Loomish, Dastin, Sleepy Quake, Bandito, and Ion. Now, we had a little bit of a shout out earlier. Dastin is apparently doing very well in all of his games and might be the person to unseat as we move forward. And yes, you are seeing Devastation Square light up like a Christmas tree because I don't know what he's doing with his client. Crazy person drawing attention to himself, which is not always recommended in a free-for-all. But you can do that if you feel confident enough. And it's kind of unique to see. Always fun to see somebody kind of doing their own thing. But this will be the second map we see in this bracket. We've seen this map, you know, as players finish maps and warm up, but we'll be seeing these maps played proper now. And we're talking about Sleepy Quake not showing up for the games, but that's perfectly fine. Because they can always jump in, like we saw a couple players jump in after missing the first round. They still accumulate points. Obviously, you don't want to miss points, but you're not out totally. Games just move on without you. I believe Dante has also dropped out. I don't know if his point totals will be enough to qualify him for the final. And our resident admin is going to be playing in his own game. He signed up for this as well. And so we'll be taking a couple of screenshots and probably take a moment after this to send them over to him. So there'll be a brief interruption. And I guess we'll be going, let's see, when Bandito is ready. So we'll just keep an eye on Bandito to join the game, and then we'll be call voting it to map 7. Just gotta make sure. Oh yeah, I did. I already changed the overlay. Look, we're laid back here, you know, we're having fun. It's professional enough, and we're just enjoying some Doom free-for-all. But this is the last set of games that we'll probably... I believe we'll stream this set of games, and then we'll probably kick it over to KingDime for the final 20, because that is all going to be done on one server, and it's his event too, so we're just going to kick it back over to him after we're done with these 4 sets of games for the final elimination round, which is going to be really exciting, and I can't wait to see that. Give me a minute, he isn't answering the phone. Oh, I guess Perondon is real friends with? He went to the store? He went to the store in the middle of a tournament? Well, these things happen. As funny as it is. These things happen, yeah. Oh, jeez. But we'll have to go eventually. I mean, I don't know what time frame Slard was talking about. Okay, look, my typing is the best. Don't look at it. Don't look at the bottom of the screen. I forbid it. Did I see a Pero? Oh, yeah, I did. He went to the store probably other 3 minutes. Look at this. Look at this atrocity here. Why are... We have a living Christmas tree. Are they just gonna flash again? I hate Devastation so much. Alright. Let's see. I wonder why he flashes so irregularly. It's the mystery of our time. They'll just float around a bit. Yeah, it's probably a bind like to some kind of keys or something. It's a crazy person like that. Fine, you know what? I'll do it. Feeling sassy today. That's not right. Oh, God, dude. Look. They did it. They did it. They're legends. They're legends. They did it. Okay. We're watching this group play round 1 on this UDM3 map. Watching on Dastin's view. Dastin is apparently really strong in the standings so far. I haven't independently verified that. You know what? You want to talk about a professional streamer? You're looking at it. We're out here getting frags. We're watching frags. Speaking of watching frags, we're watching the human Christmas tree Devastation. In the lead right now with 10 frags. Up by 2. And the spread is looking pretty tight at the top. 11-9 and then 4 players at 8. So the spread is tight no matter what. And Reaper Loomish actually had to reconnect. I don't know what happened there. But we'll have to address that if he had frags already. I'm not sure how many he had. Desco now taking the lead with 16 frags plus 1. This field is pretty tight so far on this UDM3 map. A lot of fighting happening on the outskirts of the map. Very little happening in towards the top or the side chamber where the nukage is. It's always usually concentrated in these corners on the red and the blue side. Let's see what we got. Desco tied for first. And these players are no slouches. They will absolutely try to juke each other's shots, throw off the aim just a hair, because that's all you need in a Super Shotgun joust. But we're blazing through round 1. Players not afraid to take any fights. Devastation currently in the lead. We're going to find Mr. Dev himself. 26 frags in. Needs only 4 more to advance to round 2. And 2 frags left, but he's tied. 29 frags left, and he gets it. He gets that final chip damage, and Dev will take the 9-point victory. And we're going to be moving on to the UDMX map. Very close quarters. And eyes will be on Devastation, who won last map. I keep an eye on the scoreboard just in case someone else tries to join, because Slurred is away playing his map. And Dev is not off to the hottest start of all time. He's got 0 frags on the board. He's down by 3. BFGs are already out. And Dastin looks like he is the man with the plan. Currently tied for the lead. Lots of players aware of the BFG in that little corner there. Normally you go down here and you're able to trigger that that tiny door after you grab the BFG. But Dastin grabbed it, took the teleporter up, and says, "You're mine." Misses that last player with the BFG full-on blast, but he's back where the BFG is, and he's taking an interesting angle here. That works great. Player up top managed to get away from him, but in the process he was able to rain down BFG splash cones across the rest of the map, that long corridor. And with a little super shock and control of the BFG room, he's proving that you can run most of the map just from that BFG room. He's up by 3 frags so far, up by 4 now. Gets the BFG player in the back. They spawn fragged a whole bunch. That happens. Who's the runner-up here? Who's going to try to take it from Dastin? It's going to be Hey Daddy. And he's down by 3. But by no means is he out of the game. Dastin just hit the 20 frag mark, putting the rest of the server on notice. Hate looking for frags, Hate looking for spawns. Gets 1. But he's got to work a little bit harder now. Oh, we're 5 frags away from the end of the map. Dastin and Desico fighting for that first place spot. Dastin only 4 frags away. We're switching back over to him. He's got quite the run here. And that is it. That last BFG splash caught 2 players in the spider's web of death. And Dastin will take round 2. In that swift victory, a margin of 9 frags. Proving that he does not let a win go unanswered. I'm watching Dastin again, taking a very slight early lead. But if memory serves, Devastation loves to hog these corners and challenge anybody to come down and take him head on. Doesn't matter how many players he's surrounded with. Cool under pressure, taking a lead by a margin of 3. Now 4. But he's maintaining that. And Dev showing that he's still got the shots from his Doom 2 duel days, having just come away as a victor in the duel tournament hosted by Jahar, the QuakeCon at home event. And he's definitely not a player to be underestimated. Now he has a margin of 6. I did hear a chainsaw. There's you know, gotta get started on that firewood early, you know? I really do wonder who picked up that chainsaw, though. Oh, there's another chainsaw. Who has it? Oh my goodness. And let's see. Devastation up by 4. With 25 frags, 26 now. Dude, it'd be awesome if somebody actually had a chainsaw kill on the board for a free-for-all event. But now only 3 frags left to go. (28, 29). And 1 more frag will seal it for round 3. But Dev is... There is a lot of contention for the first place spot. Dev barely squeaks it by Dastin. 30 to 28. The rest of the field is below the 20 frag mark. So good work. Showing that really the game is between Devastation and Dastin. In this particular group. But that's not to say anyone else can't come from behind and steal away round 4. And Dastin eats that rocket lob downrange. Switching over to Dev, who has the current lead by a margin of absolutely nothing. And lots of rockets are being sent down that long corridor, which proves to be effective. Locks off that whole area and can catch a couple spawns in the side. Dev dodging that BFG and trying to get an early shot off on, wow, on Dastin, who that BFG shot did not connect. Neither did that one. Dev proving to be too slippery for a BFG splash to take him out. But it didn't seem to help his lead a whole lot. Those frags, however, did. He's up by 3. We're already almost at the 20 frag mark. This map going blistering fast. Desico, down by 9. He's got the BFG. Makes 1 kill there, and a little bit too far away for the BFG splash to connect to those players downrange. And good rocket work from Desico. Catching a couple players with that final rocket. But eats a BFG ball for his troubles. And we're looking at Dastin, now currently the leader of the pack. And wasn't able to reload quick enough for that second spawn. Tries to get a couple people down in the middle. Successfully gets 2. Looking for another one. He knows the red player's hurt. But the red players, hey daddy, he's slipping away. Says, no, you're not getting me today. But Dastin finds many people with that BFG blast. Only 1 frag left in round 4. To secure it. Takes his anger out on the pipes in the wall. And there's a margin of only 1 frag between the 2 players at the top. So in a reversal from round 3, Dastin takes round 4. The same margin was between these 2 players in round 3, and that will be it for this group. And I'm pretty sure I let Slard down because I didn't exactly screenshot the first 2 games. He's gonna hate me. Yeah, Devastation almost had round 4. Dastin almost had round 3. It was very, very tight between those 2 players. Look, you want me to stream and administrate? I don't want to hear no back talk from the chat. It's it. It's going in slow mode. I'm done. That's it. Nah, you guys are awesome. We'll be doing C11 now, I think. I can't keep track of anything anymore. It's crazy. Let's see. Where's my tab for the groups? Oh, there it is. C11, Tyranitum, Backstick, Infer, Fellow Crooks, Cart, Seneca, Halloween, and TMD. I haven't seen Halloween play in a group so far, so first time I've seen him. He's been around for a while. So is Infer. I don't think I've seen an Infer game yet. So there's a couple people here that are veterans. Actually, there's quite a few. The only people I don't recognize... About half of the field, actually. Taranta and Bastic, Cart, and Seneca. We've seen Cart do really well earlier, so there's at least 5 pretty decent players in this group. It should be pretty fun. I mean, it pretty much already is in slow mode, Yellowtail, let's be real. Yeah. I'm not exactly limiting 20,000 people here. Oh, shit, is there a fist fight? No? Less of a fist fight. It's mean, that's bullying. Oh, here we go. Oh, Ooh, who's gonna come out? Who's gonna come out on top here? They're trading blows? Oh my god. Get the children away from the television. It's brutal. TMD comes away the winner. Need Berserk kills in your life, player. There is a Berserk pack here. God, that'd be awesome. How many fist kills have we had so far on this map? I don't think many. I don't know why I said so far. We're not playing this map anymore. We're playing UDM3 and UDMX. I think there's 2 Berserks here. Pretty sure. But not in the ones we're currently at, no. There's one there. I thought there was a second one. Look at me, I'm flying around not knowing where anything is. Oh, it's by the teleporter? I think I've been lied to. I think Gib Overkill has lied to me. In hallway before you take the right to teleporter? It's okay. Okay, I forgive you. I know there's one underneath. I thought there was a second one, unless they're talking about a second one. Oh well. Fact of the matter is that this screen is very red. I keep passing number 2. Shit. Where is it? We're playing Watch the Streamer to try to figure out where the Berserk pack is. Good gravy almighty. It's okay, I'm giving up. But we're just waiting for people to file in for the next game. No, I know, but you know, I have to find it. Where is it? In the hallway opposite the plasma rifle. You mean the underground hallway, right? You mean this one? I know about this one. Oh my goodness. Opposite the plasma rifle. It's okay. I probably am passing by it 100 times. But it's fine. Oh, it is. Oh, I know where it is. Someone already picked it up and I just didn't see it. I understand what you mean. I know where it is now. That jogged my memory. What a legend. Look at all the people that put up with me. It's amazing. I was looking at a spot. I remember where it is now. You're right. This is a fun little distraction while we wait for players to get in here. Caution says if this was core CTF, it would be easy to find. I don't know, man. I think all the floor detail might mask it from view. We got hot takes here at this fully professional stream. But yeah, thanks for the follow. Glad to see you play. It was fun. We had a little bit of fun with your name too. Where I advocate for Gib. Okay, that's what I advocate for. Am I correct? I like the name. The name's good, but some people, some naysayers, I can't believe you said this. I can't believe you said Jib. I can't believe it. Let me wrap some Christmas gifs. I can't even say it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's okay. You know? Not all of us can be winners. I haven't been paying attention to chat, so I don't know what's going on here. 12 is holding up every other group. Oh, so we're waiting on KingDime, the speedrunner, with his slow group again. They say Jib. See, man, it's, you know, we disagree, but that's okay. And English is a mess. words that that we rip away from other languages that have different spelling and pronunciation rules. It's just a mess. It's like a Doom free-for-all. It's all over the map. You don't know what's happening at any given point. Oh, they say Gib as well. Well, they're men of culture. But it's cool to see players, sign up that we don't really recognize in the overall community, and to see all these players like you just come out and throw your hand in free fall. It's tons of fun, and so much appreciated from the standpoint of us ancient players who've been around forever. It's great to see fresh names out there and people having fun, and I hope you did have fun. So we're just waiting for A12 or whatever group KingDime is doing to finish up. There are a couple players in the group on server A that are held up that we need for the next group here in server C. Oh, you've been getting into movement shooters and saw the tournament? Awesome. That's cool. It's pretty simple, but it's Doom is a lot more depth than you initially would think, and that has been where the fun has. That's where the fun is. A lot of new maps over the years. A lot of players getting better. A lot of new players coming in, trying their hand at things. It's pretty wild, and Doom Eternal has helped a lot with classic Doom's growth as well, showing that Doom is not dying. In fact, I believe this is the largest event that has been organized in terms of active players. But yeah, it's cool to bring this game to you guys. We do tomorrow. We won't be streaming this here, but or rather, Bethesda will not be streaming it. But here at about 2 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing the World Doom League 3v3 Capture the Flag Finals. And that should be a treat. Can't wait to bring that to you guys. But for this event, Bethesda will be streaming it officially. The finals of the free-for-all event. What time is that? I believe it'll be like about noon Eastern, perhaps? It's on the official documentation somewhere. I can't remember, but that will be fun to watch. The better players who make it past the elimination rounds go at it for the prize pool of $750. Especially with SR50 and SR40, increased movement. Yep. It's funny how Doom has not exploited, but utilized all the different little movement glitches that happen. We're just we're sitting here just chilling, little brief intermission, waiting for a game to finish up. More so the player base. I think I was probably between 3 different thoughts when I said that, so if I said, if I made that ambiguous. The player base has really worked it into a lot of maps and a lot of modes. You see a lot of, yeah, it's more so exploiting the code, I suppose. Depends on the definition of exploit. It's similar to the case of speedrunners, really. It's widely used techniques that have found their way into maps as well, like some jumps you can't make, or some tricks you can't do without using SR50. Toby's now live on KingDime. Cool. Shout out to him for organizing the Take the Crown event. We're just covering Server C. KingDime is covering server A, and InTheKeep is covering server B. I think we're still waiting on players to file in. But they are arriving. There's Infer. And we'll be getting underway here shortly. And, God, I love that image. Where's my spectator view? Amazing. It's majestic. I wonder who is responsible for that one. But joke's over. We're going to be getting into... Yeah, the lighting could have been worked on, but it's the thought that counts, you know? I think this map in particular was one of the 32 and 24 events where people had 24 hours to come up with a map. And for the most part, I mean, we've got a lot of good maps out of those events. Those speed mapping events. I appreciate that, but yeah, I definitely give Dime a listen too as well. Dime's definitely he's got the star power. No, very excellent speedrunner type doomer. And I think he tried his hand at duel in Jahar's event yesterday as well. So we'll be getting into it now. Getting into round 1 of this group. I can't forget my screenshots here. Remind me, yell at me, say screenshot in the chat when we get done with the game. Let's see. Yeah, duels are tough. Duels are very tough. But free-for-all requires a... You gotta be careful where you set up. Careful how you take weapons and power-ups and position for fights. The board is pretty even so far in the early game of round 1, with Infer and Fellicrux tied for first, and the rest of the board posting in at 3 and 2. Let's see. Trying to find a... Okay, there we go. We're watching Infer currently in the lead. And that's the first time I think we've seen Infer. He's currently three frags up. 11 kills on the board. I'm starting to lose my words, lose my letters. Too many games, too much Doom. Can you have too much Doom? These guys don't agree, because they're continuing to go at it in round 1 of this bracket. We're getting towards the end of the group stage, with a few more games left to go. Infer with a narrow lead so far. But he's not easily bested. And let's see, we'll switch over to Cart. And Cart is, I believe he's still second place, but he's down by 5. If he gets some good work on in this blue corner, where a lot of activity tends to gravitate towards, it's like battleground sort of spot, then he can definitely take first place. But the leader has 22 kills, and so he has to work quickly. And he's not going to do it from that lower ground. He has to get up there, get into it. But the leader currently has 26 frags, and that's Infer. So we've seen very few upsets with this much of a gap, but he's only up by 4. We just tabbed over him when he was up by 6. He could choke. He's got 3 frags left. Only 2 more kills left. He's got now 1 more. Things are looking pretty good in Infer's favor. He's trying to close the gap. He misses the 1 shot on that guy. And but he follows it up with blasting another player in the side. And that will be Infer taking round 1 with 9 points. Now, if you want to look at the point breakdown for every round, There it is. 9 for first, 7 for second, 5 for third, and then dropping after that point for each consecutive place. This map has been extremely chaotic, and the rounds have been very quick. Watching fellow crits to start. Going over to TMD, we hear the BFG off in the distance, and expect the BFG player to run around the corner, and it was Karts, and he got blasted. But right now, Kart is in the lead. We saw Kart a little bit earlier today. Doing pretty good. And in a format like this, we have so many different games, and you get points for each one. Consistency is key if you want to make it to the top 20, and Kart is doing that. He's been a top contender in the rounds before this, and is currently in the lead for this round. Looking to contend that that sandy area with that one super shotgun spawn, but isn't able to connect right away. Moving over to Seneca. 4 frags under, which isn't insurmountable by any means, but going through that teleporter with multiple people looking at it is a good way to... Well, there's a little bit of warpiness happening. A little bit of players a little skipping along. Some higher ping players, but it's bound to happen as players from all over the world try to connect to these servers located in one spot, and Infer doing an excellent job of killing himself right out of the teleporter. He's 8 frags down, showing that while he had a commanding lead in the first round, that doesn't always apply to every map. Each map radically different. TMD down by 13, Card up by 5, current leader. He's got 21 frags, trying to get to the BFG. And there's a whole cluster of players up top, Cart getting 2 of them. This side of the map doesn't get a whole lot of play. A lot of players gravitating towards that middle corridor and the BFG side. A lot of contention happening with the BFG. Now Cart is tied for the lead with Halloween, who we haven't given a whole lot of screen time to, but Halloween is definitely making a lot happen. He's right behind another player with the BFG. Gets 2. Oh, actually got 1. The other player managed to get the kill before his splash went off. Very close. But Halloween, 3 flags left to win round 2. One player is up to 29. And that is Cart, looking for one more frag to seal it. Can't seal it there, but does so right off a spawn there, taking round 2. And we'll be looping back around. Well, I think I missed round 1 screenshot too, I'm pretty sure. So, Slaughter's gonna kill me. I think TMD has bowed out for the time being. And Halloween looking to establish an early lead, but now tied and having lost the lead right off the gate. Doesn't mean he can't come back. Looking at Cart trying to establish his own lead. 4 frags in. Yeah. Trying to print screen. Trying my best here. Let's see. Cart bringing his deficit down. And 9 frags in. We're looking at a pretty tight race between Infer and Cart. Infer having come away with a win on the last time this was played. Cart having taken round 2. And we might be seeing a pattern between players who excel on certain maps. But that's not to say an upset won't happen. Infer up by 2. Infer up by 3 right now as we get close to the 20 frag mark. Well, and you know, the game's rough on some people. But the important thing is to never give up. TMD down by 14, but can secure some more points. With only 3 frags away, I mean, might have a small chance of getting to first or second at this point, but third place, you get 5 points. You want to always keep at it. Infer with 5 frags left to go. 4 frags left. 3! And he's working his way to the top. Looking to seal out this round. With only 1 frag left on the board, and Infer secures it. In a final stretch. Just could not stop dropping players. Oh, screenshot, that's right. Got it. Be proud of me. We're going into round 4. And let's see. Who do we want to start off watching? You know what? I'm a fan of Halloween. I want to see more. I want to see more besides Infer and Cart. Let's see what Halloween can pull off. Currently tied for the lead and taking the lead. Now, does Halloween go for the BFG or just going for rockets? And that's a pretty good rocket counter, stopping another player from asserting a good BFG position is good for you because you're stopping them from grabbing frags. So that was a good play from Halloween. Still up by 2. And a little bit of control of the BFG room. Just long enough for him to grab the BFG and get out of there. And a couple of those BFG cones are not going to connect to anyone, but grabs the plasma rifle for some extra cells and makes good work of the playing field here. And gets a lot of BFG frags out, honestly. Like, that was an excellent example of using the BFG smart. His whole plan was to cover himself to the plasma gun and make a run right back through the entire map. So excellently played from Halloween. Showing a free-for-all skill that you don't really see in duel or capture the flag. I think there's a player down in the moat. Halloween, 11 frags up. 22 frags in. This map is blazing on by. And Halloween, only 4 frags away, has a lead of more than 10, which is with a 30 frag limit. That's extremely toasty. Very cozy spot you want to be. And Halloween got a double kill there, leading only 1 frag left to go. So excellent. I'm glad we got to watch that. I'm glad we got to see Halloween grab the BFG, execute a great strategy, and just go for broke. So that was nice. I don't think I got the first round screenshot. Slarty's gonna kill me. What number is this, dude? I'm losing my mind. That we're looking for... What was that? That was C11. Oh, yeah, well, we were talking between spectators. So we're looking at C12, which is a setup of J-Warrior, Stark, Flare 2V, C5, Pointers Doom, Dunkeldan, Ninja Dog, and Newt. A lot of names we've already seen. And it's their turn to play on the UDM maps. Just tabbing out real quick to Discord. seeing what's going on. Hoping I can avoid Slarg's wrath till the end of these couple games, where I'll probably end the stream and he can grab the scores off the VOD, and then we'll kick it over to KingDimes, where the final 16 will play. Seems like a pretty good solution. And players are just warming up right now. We have almost everybody in here. I don't know who we're missing. Let me see. I had to bring that up actually on the other screen because I keep tabbing between so many different things. Stark, Ninja Dog. It's like we're missing Flare 2V. That looks like who we're missing. Let me see. Let me actually see if I can find Flare. Might be able to. And I mean, at this point, it might be easier for me to just, to let Slarg look at the VOD. Just grab screenshots in an orderly manner. Oh, let's see. Trying to get Flare 2V in here. We can get a full bracket of 8 people in. Flare 2V is coming. Then we can start. I mean, we almost have a full server. Just need that one player, but he's on the way. A little throwback to earlier in the day when we were watching this game, games on this map. Players using rockets, hanging out in this corner right here and trying to camp the super shotgun. Fun times. Hope you're all doing well as the hours tick by. We're in the, what is the group thing? You keep seeing the columns will come up and down because I'm just terribly organized. I'm not able to keep up. We got 2 more group games to do, and then that will be it for, I don't think we'll be covering the final 20. Pretty sure. But you'll be swiftly redirected to KingDime's stream for that final 20. As soon as I get confirmation. Uh-oh. So what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to do a little brief interruption like before, because Scenaro cannot actually get his act together. So give me 1 second, we'll be right back. You might see the little stop, but we'll be live once again. Look, we're back! We did it! Oh man. It's, the hurricane is past, we're back. It's fine. Alright, and we're back in time. Look at this. It's awesome. See, there was no interruption. There's just a blip on the radar. It's fine. Now we're getting into this next bracket. Look at this. We're tabbing over players and they're already in combat. It's crazy. Stark taking an early lead before he meets a rocket. High fives a rocket. Don't do that. Not recommended. Only professionals, please. And yeah, we have 8 players this time, so these games should be very loud, and it should go pretty quick. C5 doing a little bit of jumps off spawn, you know, working out those legs. Gotta make it happen. Reach for the stars. Pointer's Doom, 7 frags behind the leader, trying to get more of those kills off enemy spawns. And let's see here. Who's our leader? Ninja Dog. What would a Ninja Dog do? They don't have hands. Well, we're 17 frags in. 2 frags up. I mean, am I right? Look, they can't throw those sharp throwing stars. It doesn't work. Anyway. Back on topic. Our spread is looking pretty tight between the top 3 players. 21, 20, and 17. It's anyone's game. Ninja Dog and J-Warrior, pretty strong players. So definitely expect them to further the gap between them and the rest of the pack. Stark hitting the 20 frag threshold, but the other players are going for broke. I mean, Ninja Dog has 27 frags, only 3 frags left. Gets a telefrag off a spawn to add to the total. And he's only 1 frag away, but J-Warrior is closing the gap. Only 1 apart, but it's not enough. Ninja Dog grabs the player who dropped down right in front of him. Happened to be Flare 2V, and we're done with round 1. I'm taking screenshots now. Don't hurt me. J-Warrior looking like he'll start off pretty strong here, trying to contend with 2 directions at the same time, and that can be tough when you gotta reload 2 shells every single time, right? Moving over to the Ninja Dog, who he's tied for the lead, trying to get some shots to connect here on the stairs. Being up top, finds a chain gunner, sitting out in the open. Never a good idea for too long. Some rockets down range, gets 1. And he's looking for more. Dodges that BFG splash, goes for a BFG of his own. Burns 1, 2, 3 shots, 4 shots. But the 5th one's good. He's got some rockets working downrange. The player in front of him wasn't aware that he just backtracked behind him. And we're looking for the current leader. Where is he? It's J-Warrior. Looking to establish himself in round 2 of this group game. Some good BFG work, picks up some cells. Will he make his way over to the plasma? Nope. And you saw Ninja Dog with 1 HP for a few frags. Well, that does happen. Can't be feeling too good with 1 health. But it's definitely enough to fly across the map at 50 miles an hour and frag with. J-Warrior with a very slim margin of a lead. Not able to convert anything in that room. Gets 1 player, looking for 2. Gets 2nd, crosses that 20 frag threshold. And he's looking for even more over here in the far corner of the map. Drops down to the subterranean area. Can't get the conversion on that 1 player. On Mr. Blue Guy, who could be either Pointer's Doom or Dunkle Dan. Now, again, it's between Ninja Dog and J-Warrior for the top 2 spots. But Ninja Dog, with a BFG blast we didn't see, grabs 3 in 1 go. and secures round 2. So Ninja is the player to watch. Oh, I missed him. There he is. Yeah, that was probably 3 kills in 1 BFG blast. Catches them all in that cone. And that's definitely helpful in a smaller free-for-all like this. And we're not talking about a 16-player free-for-all. Getting 3 players in a cone is pretty good. And some rocket work down here. Tries to intercept Pointer's Doom with a rocket, but instead, Pointer's is like, nah. Flare 2V tied with the leader for the moment. We'll watch him a little bit. Step down to grab that armor, but he is going to need a little bit more health than that to survive a blast of that caliber and distance. Tearing his way across the middle part that cuts across this map, allowing access to both the hotspots that we see so many players try to control. And who's on top right now? Well, it's Ninja Dog. Player who won the last 2 rounds. He's looking to for a third with a spread of 5 in his favor. Quickly approaching the 20 frag mark. Ninja definitely asserting dominance in this particular group match. Could be the first player we've seen today go home with 3 first place wins. Sorry, words are hard. And yes, Ty, we've seen a couple multi-kills from a shotgun blast or BFG, but there have been a lot of double kills we've seen with the super shotgun. Ninja with a spread of 6. The second place player hasn't even hit 20, and he's looking for 5 more to seal out round 3. Seal out? I don't think that's how you use those words together, but that's how we use them here. Ninja looking for just another conversion to set up the stage. Trying to control one area, but instead only getting glancing blows. Stark is in second place, tied with Flare 2V. J-Warrior has fallen to 4th, but Ninja only needs 1 more kill. There's a little frustration pistol action. You never know, you might get a lucky pistol kill. It's happened before. But Ninja trying to find his last frag, he finally does. That margin all but evaporated as Stark tried to come up from behind. Stark will go home with some points, but Ninja Dog taking another round. And there is 1 more to go. Yeah, Stark, showing that you can't be sleeping on frags. Trying to tell Pointer's Doom that there's 1 more round in here. And, I don't see him joining, but we can't linger on that for too long. We got J-Warrior in the lead right now with 9 frags. And, trying to help out, trying to tell Pointers, hey, you gotta jump in, buddy. You got some points to contend for. J-Warrior with... Well, he's lost the lead now. Tied for it back up, but that early lead he had has evaporated out from under him. Ninja Dog on top again. But we'll keep our eyes on J-Warrior for the time being. Powerful player in his own right. And looking to qualify for that final 16 frag fest. I don't even know who the top 4 are right now, but the top 4 after all the group matches are done will automatically advance to the grand finals tomorrow. Yeah, J-Warrior is an excellent player, tactician, and a solid super shotgunner. But in free fall, you need to have more tricks in your toolbox. Tricks in your toolbox? We're inventing sayings left and right. It's fantastic. Ninja Dog currently in the lead with 21 frags. 22 now. 23. The man can't be stopped in the subterranean part of the map. I know, we're getting phrases as we continue. Ninja with some good rockets downrange to kind of delay the players from pushing forward while he grabs the BFG. Gets 1 kill out of that whole scenario. But he only needs 2 more to seal out round 4. 1 more. And that's it. Ninja Dog won all 4 rounds in this group match. Going home with 36 points. Definitely nothing to sneeze at. But that's excellent work from Ninja Dog to work the standings. Now I'm gonna actually check the standings real quick. I'm wondering if is there a trying to figure out what happened here. I don't see an easy way to tally. Oh, final rank. Oh, can I sort this by? Aspen looks like he's currently in rank 2. Players asking if C13 is about to start, and it is. We're waiting points on some players. Oh, that's when they have 0 points. This spreadsheet is kind of a mess. Let's see. They're sorting it alphabetically, but the final points are not alphabetical. Or, I mean, they are being sorted alphabetically, so you kind of have to scroll through it. Who is the leader right now with 117 points? It's Toby. So, Toby, Dastin... As things stand right now, Toby, Dastin, Cypher, and Prote are in the top 4. But that can change with the next few group matches because not all points have been accounted for yet. I'm gonna look over in the Discord real quick. And looks like our entire bracket is here right now. So, giving more work to the admins notwithstanding, we're clipping right along. And I think it's probably time to reiterate the maps, different stages. You know, there's little chat blurbs that I'm pretty sure everyone's tired of. But, yeah, we're nearing the end. I mean, we only have C13, our current match that we'll be watching, and C14, the next group match, and then that'll be it. So we're nearing the end after this, this long, drawn-out. Is Azrael in here? Oh, Azrael's in the group? I didn't actually look at the names. Usually I'd read them off, but I was a little distracted trying to get the, yeah, Azrael's in this one. And we'll start off watching Prote, who apparently is extremely high up in the standings and a player to be reckoned with. Prote is a Quake player and also a top participant in every Quake Champions Doom Edition, a total conversion mod. Every event that gets run on that, he's usually the person to beat. But he's currently tied for the lead at 4 frags as we go into round 1. And really, someone in chat says, Yellowtail says, Prote was also a recurring player back in the day in Skulltag. I don't remember the name, but there were so many players in Skulltag that we had a motley crew of personalities. But Prote up by 3. Holding on to that top spot by a comparatively thin margin. But he hasn't been unseated as of yet. Looking for players. Gets close enough to one-shot another player. That green Doom guy there. Gets a kill on a lower player. Or he has to respawn. His mouse movements very smooth. And very little overcorrection from Prote. And that consistency is helping him score multiple frags, as he almost hits 20 frags here, and he does. Only 10 left to go, putting the other players on notice. The spread is Prote and Azriel ahead of the rest of the pack, really, followed by Disco Ryan with 13, EDI with 11, Atrapella with 8, and Luca with 4. But it's really a race to the finish between Prote and Azriel. I'm watching Azriel as Prote is now only 2 frags away. It's gonna be tough for Azriel to come back, but you don't walk away empty-handed. It's not a winner-takes-all type event. But Prote looking to increase his lead margin in the standings. He's got 1 frag margin ahead, and that's all he needed to get that final frag. Prote walking away with 30 frags and 9 points. Oh, poor Luca's sad, but you know, keep fighting, Luca. We believe in you. You can get more. You get more points. I mean, the biggest tip is just watch the BFG room. People come flying in that thing. It really won't be long until, like, people will come contest the BFG room regularly. So, looking for the hot spots in the maps is only half the battle. And Prote down by 1 frag right now, but tying it back up. The early game is always kind of a mess as players get more established and pick their own spots to try to contest. And Prote currently in the lead. Moving over to EDI, he's down by 4. He's got three kills to his name, and needs to put these rockets to good work here. And Luca down by only 1 frag. So keep at it. You're tied for the lead. Keep going. A little bit of plasma work there. Gets 2. Might get 3. Not enough health to shoulder that super shotgun blast. But there's always more lives. Azriel currently in the lead in round 2. Trying to put the super shotgun to work in the middle there. Gets 1, but only damages the second player. Dodges a couple rockets. Gets the player that he quickly dodges behind. And he's looking for more conversions out here in the middle. It's a huge hot spot. Everyone wants a rocket launcher in a good spot. As said by some people, never give up, never surrender. As Yellowtail says, don't hold back. Both valid bits of advice. Azriel not holding back 1 iota, as he's only 5 frags away from claiming round 2. 4 frags now. He's got a margin of 6 to work with, so he can afford to take a mistake or 2. But don't get comfortable. We've seen come from behind victories before. Only 3 frags away. He just needs 1 more, and the end of round 2 will be upon us. Trusting the BFG to do a little bit of work for him. Pauses to try to get a spawn, and isn't able to convert the BFG at all, but he gets a super shotgun blast up on somebody on the upper platform, and Azriel will take round 2. And we're cycling back around to a map that Prote proved to be quite the force at. And we're starting off watching him. Prote preferring the high ground. Saying it's over, Asriel. But right now, Prote is down by 3. So he'll have to put in some work on some spawn frags and just accumulating control across the map. And stealing out kills from under players who only do damage. Which is why being in the thick of it and prioritizing your target is a valuable skill to have. Asriel is currently in the lead, having warmed up after that solid victory in round 2. And either way, we may see Asriel in the top 20. A lot of great performers, excellent players have been coming out today to do all these group matches over the course of the afternoon and evening. And it's been quite a treat to watch. Currently, the spread looks like Prote and Asriel, as in round 1, are the top 2 contenders. The other players all basically fighting for 3rd, 4th. But there's still plenty of time left for, let's see, Disco Rhyme to step up and claim 2nd. Or maybe even 1st if Disco goes on a quite the tear. But missing your shots is not the way to do it, as people are already past the 20 frag mark. Time for catching up is now. And it doesn't seem to be happening for Disco Rhyme. Asriel, currently in 2nd place, trying to make some conversions happen. But just grazing shots on this Marine here. He's only down by 1. But Prote is putting in some hard work. Chain gun, getting 1 frag. He's only up by 1, he needs that super shotgun. You're not going to get a whole lot of frags with just a chain gun. And now Prote and Asriel are tied. But Prote squeezes out 1 more kill for a photo finish in round 3. Taking home those 9 points. And we're starting off on round 4. If that pattern holds, then we should see Asriel go ham. And he has an early lead for right now, but will he be able to hang on to it? A couple solid shotgun blasts, another one. But can't contend with that 1 Marine off in distance, a little bit just outside 1-hit range. And a little bit of BFG work coming out of Asriel, who senks the other player coming around the corner. And it's now got the full open side of this map available to him. Good transition to super shotgun. Currently up by 5 frags. Playing very smart with positioning with the BFG. And could very well make his way to the plasma gun if he so wished to refresh his ammo count. But very content to just work it with the super shotgun. Instead choosing to go out through the teleporter and loop back around the map. But he's already got a 7 frag spread over Prote and Disco Ryan, who are tied for 2nd. And Disco with a BFG and a super shotgun frag. Giving it quite the boost. I'm going to tab over the challenger here. He's got the BFG again. And excellent work from Disco, but passing up that cell pack over by the spawn could have continued the BFG rampage, but Disco is now in the lead by 1 frag, evaporating Asriel's own lead. Showing that with smart play, you can absolutely take it right out from underneath another player's feet. If you look at the scoreboard, you see Disco, Ryan, Asriel, and Prote all within a couple frags of each other. Top half of this server is wanting a win, very hungry for those 9 points. And all 3 players at the top are within striking distance of each other. I have no problem watching Disco Ryan try to get 1 up over his opponents. We've seen crazy comebacks before. Grab that BFG and get to work. And avoids dying himself to that one BFG blast, but takes the edge of elimination. One more frag was all Prote needed to seal round 4. So Prote with 3 round wins and Azrael with 1 of his own. But Azrael placing high. And was that the last one? That was. We're done. We're done with Group C. And, you know, hey, huge thank you to KingDime. To all of you, to the players. That was C12. Yeah, that was the last game that we have to broadcast. Or no, that was C13. C12 was J Warriors group that happened before that. C13 we just watched and it was finished. But yeah, we'll be done with this. And hey, thank you guys for coming out watching this free for all event. You got to watch me wear out my voice. It was fantastic. Watch me wear it out? No, you got to listen to me wear it out. Here on this channel, we'll be doing the World Doom League Grand Finals at 2 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. If you're interested in this free-for-all event, we'll be kicking it over to KingDime for the next step of the free-for-all qualifiers. And those finals will be happening tomorrow on the official Bethesda stream. But stay tuned. We'll kick it right over. You heard a little bit of something there. I was tabbing over to KingDime's thing to just confirm that he's doing the top 20 now. So, let's kick it over to those guys. KingDime and crew. Thanks for coming out today. Tons of fun doing some multiplayer Doom. I'll see you tomorrow if you're interested in Doom 2 CTF. But have an excellent rest of your Saturday. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll send you over to KingDime's way. Say hello.